But
All right,
from
cool.
here on
There we
voice,
go. Let's see. Jackson, roll 20. Well, Alexander's not in roll 20 either, but he doesn't have to be. Because he's still missing.
can he just pass the experience?
How long has he been gone?
Let's see. Canonically speaking,
Forever.
or chronologically speaking, rather, like 4 or 5 days.
It's been 2 weeks, he said.
Get back here, you dumb son of a bitch!
Yeah, seriously.
I know one of the things he could be doing during that time as well, too. But for any other things he's got planned, that is beyond me. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure he's killing people.
I hope not.
Having a Medusa through a girlfriend. Oh no.
That's dangerous.
That is very dangerous. It was very, very dangerous for all of us.
It could be dangerous.
That is a story and a half.
That was fun.
Basically, the gist of the story is, roles can get you into many situations, including things you'd never expect, if you just sort of go with it.
And I swear.
No.
No.
Get out.
Okay, look. You are here, like, from now on, forbidden to even mention that. You're done.
So,
And I swear.
No! Out ski.
Alright, see you guys.
Stop banging snakes!
No!
You sing karaoke badly.
I'm so
You're like an unknown dungeon master.
Wait, what?
I said we will sing karaoke badly, whether you like it or not, Mr. Dungeon Master.
How about let's not do that because we need to get started on the session, because welcome back, Seekers. And I think everybody's here now. No, please stop. I need to recap. I can't do it when I'm distracted.
Back to more.
Oh, okay. I think everybody's here, right?
No.
I believe so.
Alright. Cool. Bilge, are you there?
We're better.
You might be downstairs.
Yeah, I'm getting food.
Gotcha. Let's see. Morris was there. Shane's like, okay, cool. Everybody's here. So, formally welcome back, Seekers, to
Oh.
Oh no.
Chunky.
That was Shan. That's not good. No bueno.
Chonky monkey.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure what that was.
You sound like a cat.
I'm not hiding a cat in here.
Jasmine, do you want to say something to the audience?
Sheehan says PC's being weird, so give her a second. She'll get back right on.
There she goes. Okay, out with you.
Okay. You good there?
Kind of.
Being a husky.
Okay. No problem. Well, as long as you're here, we can, I can do the recap.
You go for it. I'm gonna reset my computer.
Okay. No problem.
No.
Anyhow, so, last session was a big 3-0 session, in which a lot of tomfuckery happened. That is the best way I can put it. Jack and gang were in Japan, out in a facility that Hightower had built for themselves. For what reasons you weren't quite sure until you reached the deeper levels of said facility, but the group, consisting of Bilge, Moors, Jack, Shian, Kain, and a sort of new friendo to join in, Aria, had, and of course, Jin, that is Jack's pupil, You guys went into this facility that just... It was just unfucking real. Builds one shot a dude. There was basically a Mexican standoff between researchers and every one of you, trying to get their clearance so you can go downstairs.
I mean,
You did
it'd
it.
be hard for standoff when they're unarmed.
You did it, though. Without actually inciting any more violence, especially on them. I can't say the same for the guards, though. They were properly murdered. You went down into the lower parts of the facility. And found that there were these cryopods of sorts that housed different people. Aria was frantically searching for her son, while the rest of you were kind of looking about. Moores found a secret hatch, which led to the group's escape. We'll get to that in a minute. However, the rest of you found monitors talking about something called Subject 86. I'm not quite sure what that is. It sounded like a person, but at the same time, it sounded very ominous. Then, the one thing you guys probably weren't expecting, a about 10-foot tall, beefy as all hell kobold with a arm that is carrying a machete in one hand, a big-ass cleaver, and a minigun in the other, which was proper scary, but you guys managed to withstand the forces against you by proper teamwork and dispatch your foe. However, the only thing you really got out of this was confirming your suspicions about essentially what Hightower was doing. The genetic experiments and doing things that are quite unethical. When Hugo talked to Jack about that, he did say that once you go and find out what Hightower's doing, there's no going back, essentially. And you heeded that advice, but you went in, you found out, and certainly there will be consequences to actions, but luckily for you, you have now got new friends within, not just with the Shadowfang clan, but also the a little small organization of a couple people known as the Crooked, who have, as Adrian, their leader, had said, everyone has been wronged in some way. However, Aria did not find her son. She's going to still be searching for that, but Jack did a very nice gesture in which she won't forget about that, which was good. So, you guys spent a little more time in Japan, just a couple more days, and you went back to HQ. In the meantime, the next day over, Tulius decided to go over to Sorisa's shop to get his outfit modified so that it would provide a little extra protection. Smart move. In which point you figured out more about, well, not really more about, but just know the existence of this little secret project that Kain has worked on with Sorisa, but he's not willing to say what it is yet. That you also learned that he is using a spell book, and unfortunately it got completely riddled with bullets over in Japan. So he's not very happy about that, but he's getting it replaced. Then afterwards you get a text message, Tulius, from Jean, saying you're going to have a jam session, talk about music and stuff. And bard things. So you're like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. You go over to his little bachelor pad and kind of just shoot the breeze for a little bit and talking about aspirations and what you're doing with your current projects and whatnot. And then he gets a call from supposedly an old friend. Again, moving around, you're distracting me. At that point, you what was it? Jean says that you'll be going with him, if you're willing to, meet with this old friend of his over at a place known as the Blue Harp. You decided, sure, it sounds like a good idea, and turns out that this person, this old friend, is actually very interested in meeting you, Tulius. What is that? No.
It's you.
No.
Yeah.
No, stop.
Oh gosh. Alrighty.
But yep, so, you're okay, so Tulius, this is what's going on. This is the scene. You're currently walking with Jean down the streets, and it is starting to look very overcast and looking like it's probably going to rain. It's a bit of a little bit of a dreary day, but I'm not sure how Tulius feels about rain. Probably okay with it, I guess.
I mean, as long as I've got an umbrella, I'm fine.
Yeah. But Jean's kind of walking you there to this place called the Blue Harp. As he mentioned, it is a very classy, like, piano bar kind of place. Where this friend of his works. However, he didn't really go into much more detail than that. Whether or not you want to press him for more information, it is up to you.
Well, yeah, I guess just making small talk. Yeah, who's this old friend of yours again? I know it was a former bandmate of yours, but there's got to be a little bit more to that.
Very uncharacteristically, he seems a little sheepish on this. And he says, it was my old lead singer, actually.
Can I insight check him?
Yes.
Let me see here. Oh, yeah.
Anytime an
11.
NPC speaks. Insight check. Yeah. No, I'll say that's good enough. He's not really trying to hide anything from you, Tulius, but you can tell he's basically just giving bare bones information at this point. He is telling the truth. This person is indeed his old lead singer for the Star Chasers, but he doesn't seem to be going into more detail than that. He's giving like very short answers to your questions.
No worries. I suppose I'll find out who it is when I get there.
Quite so, yeah. And yeah, he just he just looks at you and he's like, yeah, this is gonna be a fun day. It seemed he was a bit excited, but as soon as you guys started walking towards this place, that enthusiasm seemed to have like diminished with every single step he's taking. However, you do make it to this small, cozy little building with a blue neon sign that does say the Blue Harp. And just as you reach to the door, it starts to rain. And Jean looks at you and says, good timing, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't say it anybody myself.
And he opens up the door for you, and inside you find yourself in what it does look like a bar, but it has a stage in the center with a small spotlight, with a piano and a microphone stand in the middle. However, it is very, very uncrowded here. It is, there seems to be a few patrons. They got a little bit of music in the background playing, which I'll play for you here.
Boy, it's standing room only in here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of these times where it's really not all that busy. And he says, speaking of which, and he looks over towards the back corner of the room, and he goes to walk over there, and he's like, there she is. And you looked over to the corner which he's walking to, and you see this, it wasn't exactly, like, okay, let me ask you something real quick. What was Tulius thinking that this person was looking like?
Probably shoulder-length hair. Probably pretty fair-looking, possibly a little older.
Well, it's nothing like you expected, because, when you look over, you're almost certain, like, wait, Are we in like the right place? Is this it? Because you see in the back corner an Arakakra, a bird woman, in fact, actually. Looks like a mix between a griffin and a blue jay. Very interesting looking.
Hmm.
And she actually waves you guys over. And Gene just sighs and says, "Oh boy, alright." And he walks over and she begins to speak, and she says, "God, I didn't know if you guys were even going to show up. But here you are." And Gene says, "Yeah, we're here. I'm always fashionably late, you know that."
But always right on time to be here.
No. Just
Exactly when we meet.
Exactly. So, Mr. Evermore, was it, right?
Correct. Tulius.
And she smiles at you and says, "Oh, go on, take a seat. I don't have to stand like a stranger."
Pull up a seat.
Yeah. And, you can tell, actually, too, is that it's very interesting, because, she actually has a, she's just very moderately dressed. She's got, like, these black jeans, a Slayer t-shirt on as well, too. She's also got, like, these, kind of, sort of big pointy ears as well, too, with, like, gold, ring piercings on it as well, too. But, she's very accommodating and very nice to you. She looks over and says, "So, Gene, you want to tell me more about your new cohort here?" And he says, "Yeah, this is the guy. He's, you know, I was always wondering where he was back when we were still playing, but, dude, let me tell you, that performance was something else." And she nods, says, "Oh, I've heard. You know, you guys, let me just lay this down for you here real quick. You guys went to a nightclub and played rock music and tore the house down figuratively. That's no easy feat. Think about it."
Well.
And he says, yeah, you know. He kind of like looks away and like rubs his neck a little bit. He seems you can tell by his body language he's a little uncomfortable.
Well, sometimes, you know, you just need to revive the classics, and, you know, most music nowadays is sort of just kind of a repetitive beat, and it just goes on for 28 measures, and then it just beat drop. Yeah, no, you need something with a little bit more substance in it.
Dude, seriously. Gene, where'd you find this guy? He knows his stuff here, I'm telling you. And he says, "Yeah, that's a bit of a story and a half, ain't it?" Still kind of looks away a bit. And she's like, "Yeah, for real. It would have been great if we had him in our band, you know, just like the others. You wanna discuss that?" And Gene's like, "I don't really wanna, dude. No, I'm good. And she's like,
Are
"Oh,
you
no,
planning?
no, I insist. Go ahead. Go tell Tulius more about it." And you can tell, like, he, you look at Gene and you see, like, a small bead of sweat come down his brow. And he says, "Hey, you know what? I always had this question. Metallica versus Iron Maiden, who would win?" And she just gives this deadpan look, and she's like, "Okay, are you for real, man? Seriously? I haven't seen your ass in like a year. And you want to bring up the classic Iron Maiden versus Metallica bullshit? Oh my god, you're unreal." You can tell he's like he seems downtrodden at this point.
Have I been on mute the whole time?
Yes.
No one hears my jokes.
And Gene says, "No, this is not kind of what I expected, you know, to talk. I mean, you wanted to meet the guy here, right? Well, here he is." And she says, "Yeah, but I wanted to kind of talk to you guys, you know, plural, not singular." She just puts hand over her face. Just, okay.
I mean, if you two need a minute, I can...
No. It's perfectly fine. Allow me to explain, since Guitar Boy over here won't necessarily tell you, rather. A long while ago, when the Star Chasers were still a thing, we were doing pretty well for ourselves. A few gigs here and there, nothing too fancy. We didn't have like a big tour bus or anything, but it was modest enough. We had a van, myself, and 3 others. Well, 3 others including Jean, so the 2. A bassist and a drummer. And it was a great time for a while until, well, one of the other bands needed some people to cover, so we decided to be, you know, helpful about it and allowed them to use our bassist and drummer. Unfortunately, they were put on a contract, essentially, and they decided to leave us and go with the other band, and Jean just sat there and did nothing about it. And Jean says, "No, hey, now that's a load of nonsense, and you know it, man." And she just looks at him and says, "Oh, really? You didn't do a thing. You just sat there and decided, well, that's it."
Well, in his defense, I mean, I was put into a similar situation with an old partner as well, and I mean, sometimes, like, you know, paths cross and then paths part. That's just kind of how showbiz is.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I get that, but that's the thing. Jean didn't even do anything at all. And he says, "Okay, you know what? No, I did try and tell them about the whole getting into record labels and stuff like that, and how it probably wasn't going to do us any good. But, well, money speaks, so, it didn't work out very well." So she says, "Okay, alright, sure, whatever you say." You can tell she's a bit frustrated. And, Jean says, "Celica, if this is just how we're going to be talking, like, you know, dude, what was even the point? Like, let's real talk this for a second." And she just looks visibly frustrated with him and says, you know, like I said, it's been a year since I've seen you, man. You don't say anything. That's the problem. I'm certain Tulius here gets and understands something like that, don't you? Hate to put you on the spot, but, you know, still.
Well, sure. I mean, reconnecting with old friends is always fun. But, I mean, what exactly was the reason for this meeting today? If I could be frank.
She looks to you and, like, straight eye to eye, and at this point you can tell, you already knew that her eyes were like this very, like, beautiful amethyst, but now it's like really piercing at this point. And she says, "Okay, I'll level with you. The thing is, there's been a lot of buzz lately about the whole show that you guys did, that impromptu nonsense. Now, my question is, besides wanting to know more about you, Tulius, genuinely speaking, honestly, because hearing some guy that sort of just came out of nowhere and tearing the house down out of nowhere with, you know, seemingly minimal effort. You had a bunch of people who didn't know what they were doing with instruments, and you still managed to, you know, completely blow everyone's minds. So, consider me interested." But
a little Hollywood magic and, you know, a good mile of real magic helps.
Yeah, I know about the real magic part, that's for sure. And she says, "Have you been asked by any sort of company to, like, join in on a record label? Like, I'll be shocked if you say no."
Honestly, no. Actually, I haven't. I've been busy with my own endeavors.
I mean,
The company I already belong to.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're with the what do you call them? All them things.
Silver hand.
Yeah, that's the one. She looks over at Jean. She's like, yeah, I know all about that. He says, yeah, man, I know. And she just sighs and looks down. She says, you know, I was going to join the Silver Hand myself. I'm actually what they call a blade singer. But Mr. Important Seeker over here said no, too dangerous. And he says, yeah, because, dude, have you seen some of the things? No, you haven't, actually. Don't even answer that. You have not seen some of the crap I've seen, man. It's far too dangerous. And she just looks disappointed and says, I don't understand. Like, do you not want me around or something? Is that what it is? And he says, no. Don't put that evil on me. That's not it. Tulius, look, I hate to put you on the spot here, dude, but you're a seeker now. I'm here to mentor you in any way, shape I can. You've seen some crazy things, man, haven't you?
Well, if you can count a creepy mall and an individual who turned into a giant dragon in the middle of a hotel, then yeah, that's some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, see? Like, this guy here has seen a lot within a span of a couple of months, Celica. That's why I said no, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I hadn't been in contact. And she just sort of looks to you, Tulius, and she says, is that true then? You've seen some pretty terrible things then.
When you're saving the world on the side, it tends to happen.
She shakes her head, so okay, I get you. Well, look, Jean, you and I will talk about that later, but for right now, I want to hear more about your friend here. And she looks to you, and she has to lighten sort of the mood here, and she says, so, where did you come from, Tulius?
Kind of the Midwest area. Kind of living in the city, grew up kind of, well, just a normal life. You know, I was always into music. I grew up with a single mom, had to kind of fend for myself after I got out of high school. So...
Oh, man. I can relate to that. That sounds tough. I had to sort of get serious right after high school as well, too. And, dude, I was a major slacker. I didn't care about any of that.
Yeah. I knew enough to get myself through, make a quick buck every now and then, and, you know, when I was having trouble, you know, just sit out on the street with an open case and hoping for the goodwill of others to toss in a coin or two.
That's how I met this doofus over here. And she sort of gestures over to Jean. And he's like, oh, come on, man. He's like, yep, out in the street, just doing his thing. And I found that to be really impressive. And I decided to help with his performance a little bit. And that's how the Starseeker sort of started in the first place. Out of character. Her name is Celica.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Celica Brightwing is what her name is. Anyways, she says, though, to continue building on that, she says, yeah, we used to just sort of do our own little street performances and stuff like that, and then afterwards we made ourselves a proper band, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Very well known history. You guys were top of the charts for quite some time.
No, top of the charts in terms of indies and stuff, sure. I mean, we were really starting to get up there, but then that thing happened, and it's not been good ever since. I've just been stuck here at the Blue Harp for a while. I do singing here, but it's not my thing. mean, don't get me wrong, I like more of the classy music, but... Dude, I just want to get loud sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
As you look over her again, yeah, it's very obvious considering her attire. So, you know, that's the thing I live for. And you know what? That's why I don't like these whole, like, record company things. Because I feel like they just sort of suck the soul out of everything. It becomes a business at that point.
Yeah, that's what a contract will do to you.
Exactly. But, you know, one of the reasons I also brought you guys here is I heard a very interesting rumor about these companies. And Sheen says, "Oh, come on, not one of your crazy conspiracy theory stuff again. You just
No, hang on.
Oh.
We've been dealing with some crazy company conspiracies lately. I think we should hear her out."
He actually nods and he says, "You know what? That's a good point. I forgot all about those assholes. Alright, Saga, go ahead and tell us then. What you got?" And she... Ears start to perk up and says, "Okay, so this is what I heard. Supposedly there's some way that these record companies seem to make all those songs, you know, the ones that they play over on the radio like 300 times a day, these same 6 songs over and over again.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting, eh?
There's a reason besides, you know, paying hand over fist for that kind of thing in order to play them on the radio. Now, there's this sort of theory that once you hear something and you hate it, you know, you're like, oh, this is disgusting and horrible, why am I listening to this? And then because you hear it is, say, the store, or maybe you go to a restaurant and then you're hearing it, and then suddenly it's like, wow, this isn't all that bad, actually. There's a reason for that. And I feel like it's more than just some sort of weird science
subliminal
sound.
messaging.
Yeah. It's...
Well, that's how advertisers get all of their revenue.
True, it is. But for people like us, people who are already aware of the veil, tell me something, Tulius. Have all those weird, like, pop songs you've been hearing lately, have you felt any need to wanting to listen to them, or are you still like, no, this is awful?
Oh god, no! All of it's awful. Contemporary music is just it's awful.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. All 3 of us here haven't sort of fallen under that thing. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if I want to say it's just our tastes exactly. I feel like there's something more to it. And Shane's like, well, I mean, sure, it's entirely possible, I guess, but that sounds just a little crazy, don't you think? Like,
A little.
just a little.
When I heard tell of an overgrown mechanized kobold in Japan recently, I think there's a few other things that might be entirely possible.
Gene looks over and he says, what? Dude, you never told me about this. Oh, hell. And he, like, takes out a notepad and pen. He says, oh, shit, I've got to write that one down. That's good.
You can have that one.
And Celica's like, mechanized? Wow, okay. Wait, you said it was in Japan? Why am I not surprised? Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, they've got some strange things over there.
Yeah, that they do. But, I was looking around a little bit. It's like, you know, I'm not sure how you feel about that, Tulius. I for one, don't like record companies. I feel like there's something more going on, though, besides just, you know, just this trashy pop music.
Well, how about a proposal then?
Oh? She seems a bit taken aback by that. It's like, what do you mean?
Well, do you have a lead as to where we could look into all of this, you know, heresy and what's going on?
I have nothing. She looks down.
It's just a theory. A music theory.
I should slap you.
Allow me.
Why don't you? Got keep doing these kind of
Because I can't reach my hand through the microphone and slap you. And,
Good. I should make all the jokes.
so...
Well, instead, maybe we should find a way to maybe counteract the bad music. Put in better music.
And Gene says, dude, I've been trying that for a real long time, my man. It's not easy. Although, as crazy as it sounds, it's interesting. Silica's got a point. There's a lot of that music out there that's really just awful. Yet somehow they have fans who are willing to go out of their way in order to like beat somebody up just by, you know, if they say something just a little off kilter. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm passionate about music too, but holy hell, man. They need to chill.
That's how fans are.
And she says, in response, Celica says, yeah, but you've seen some of, like, okay. I know this was back in, like, the 90s, but you got your boy bands. You know. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. You see all those, like...
Backstreet back.
You see all those, like, fans clamoring for them, and that's not just because they're good looking. I mean, Justin Timberlake, oh man. But I'm talking more about their performances. It's crazy. Like, the music wasn't even that good, yet all those fans, they're crazy. Not to mention some of the other musicians nowadays, if you can even call them that, do some really crappy things to their fans, and they still worship the ground they walk on. It makes no sense, man. No sense. And Gene responds to that saying, you know, man, how do you get me roped into this, Celica? Like, seriously? Because now I'm starting to believe it. I don't know what to think of this. It's crazy talk, but it makes sense in some way. It's how you get in those, like, conspiracy theory rabbit holes on, like, the internet and stuff.
Well, again, I'll ask, what do you think we should do about it?
She sits there and thinks for a minute. Like, well, the only way is to find out is to basically go there ourselves and find out. But to do that, we'd have to basically get formally invited.
To a big record company.
Right.
Well, who's the biggest of them all out there?
And she thinks for a second. And she says, well, there's one that's been really starting to get up there. It's almost like they got a huge cash injection recently. They're called Virtue. Never heard of them before?
Virtue Records.
Yes.
Out of character. Have I heard of this?
You can roll a history check if you would like.
Sure. Let's see what we got. Super great. That is a 9.
You've heard the name, but you really don't know much about the history. It almost seems like as if they're new.
Kind of an overnight success.
Yeah, and that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Now, that's not saying that it's impossible. That's not, but it's highly improbable. That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
But anyways, I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about this. And as you say that, as she says that, you hear the door open from across the room, and somebody starts walking through. Tulius, you've never met the man, but some of your compatriots have, sort of. He looks like a normal human being, but he's got these, like, big purple glasses, black coat, and he walks in, and he just seems, like he's sort of looking about, and, Gene looks over and he says, "Oh, jeez, who brought John Lennon over here?"
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, see that dude over there? And you take a look at where he's sort of gesturing, kind of like trying not to make a scene, and you do see that guy. Not quite sure what his name is, but not sure if any of the groups told. I assume they haven't really told Tulius about this guy.
I'm honestly not certain who this is. So, I just heard John Lennon and.
Well, he looks over to your guys' table and he walks over to you and he's like, "Ah, hell, it's probably some fucking business guy. Hang on, I got this." And this guy steps over and he says, "Well, now, this is a very interesting sight. Look at this. 2 out of the 4 star chasers here. Very interesting." And Gene sort of turns over and says, "Yeah, man, we're not doing that anymore, though." And this man says, "Oh, that's quite a shame, honestly. I was actually trying to find you. And now tell me, Mr. What was it? Mr. Star Chaser, was it? Very interesting name. Anyways, where was your little friend that helped you with this endeavor that happened about a month ago, was it?" And you see Gene's eyes for like the first time underneath the sunglasses, and he looks at you like, "Do you want to say anything?" And you can tell that he's got like these nice like blue piercing eyes, but like he's looking at you like, "I don't know about this guy."
He might be Hightower.
A few months ago? What incident?
Oh, no, not an incident, but rather, well, I'm certain you've heard about the performance that was at that nightclub over there that essentially uprooted that pop star like as if it was nothing.
Oh, well, no. But we totally faked it and made it.
No, I haven't really heard anything about that.
Oh, I'm very surprised about that, honestly. It hasn't been... Well, it's reached all over the place, honestly. And Celica says...
Something about that tone of voice reminds me of someone.
And Celica's, "Okay, dude, what's your deal?" And he says, "Straight to the point, I like that. Well, I have an offer for both of you, since I know that you're Celica Brightwing and Gene Starchaser, to essentially come into talks with an employer of mine. Talking about maybe getting you back on your feet as the Star Chasers once again, but this time with a lot more, let's just say, business help, assistance with that." And Gene looks over at Celica, and she says, "All right, consider us interested." And Gene says, "Wait, hold on, wait." And as soon as he tries to interject, Celica goes over and grabs him by the arm, and one arm completely over him, and kind of hugging him close, just we'll want to talk about this. This is a great opportunity you've brought to us. And this guy sort of seems a bit taken aback, but he says, "Oh, well, okay, very good." Well, now, and he digs through his jacket pocket, and he takes out a small business card. He says, "They'll probably want to meet with you a little later today, say about maybe, what time is it now? 2:40, so probably around at least 5:30. You'll probably want to speak with them about that. My employer's name is Seth Lugo, by the way. More than likely I'll be seeing you over at the building. Oh, and they're with Virtue, by the way, so you might want to talk to them about that. Anyways, I must be going. I've got plenty of things to take care of. Don't be a stranger now." And he leaves.
Oh, hey, mister.
And he stops.
By the way,
turns over. Yes.
You know, I'm actually a really big fan of the Star Chasers. I was wondering, you know, maybe if I could, you know, come along with them and, you know, get the inside scoop.
He says he gives this sort of like smirk and he says, "Well, of course, that is up to them. Not me, of course, but you know, if you're a fan, I don't see why not."
Perfect. Yeah. My name, by the way, I'm Tulius from For Evermore magazine.
And he says, "Oh, magazine company, fantastic. Perhaps you'll give them some a front page cover, perhaps."
Absolutely.
Oh,
And what's
boy,
your name,
here we
friend?
go again.
What was that?
What's your name, friend?
He looks over and he says, "My name is Hugo Cohen." And I'm just sort of well, I guess you can call me a bit of an errand boy for this kind of company. I seek out talent where it's, well, all about.
Well, that's just spectacular, man.
Oh, I agree. This has been a very interesting day, and it seems it's going to get a lot more interesting.
I agree.
Anyways, I must be going. I hope to see you within the next few hours.
You bitch.
And he begins to walk off. And Celica's like, turns over to Jean and like grabs him by the shoulders and like shakes him. "You almost blew that for us, you idiot!" And he's just like, "Please stop shaking me. Please, dude." And she stops and is like, "Okay. That's awesome. That's really cool. Now we have an in."
Hmm.
And Jean's like, "Yeah, cool. Get to talk to a bunch of Hollywood executive sleazeballs. My favorite."
Did I happen to notice what he was wearing?
Yeah, you didn't really notice anything out of the ordinary. Just a black coat with this sort of like what would you call that? Sort of like draped over the shoulders and whatnot. You didn't really notice any insignia though.
Okay.
If that's what you're out of character looking for, it was not there.
Okay.
So, and Jean's like, "All right, okay, I guess I'm roped into this, dude. So that means he just like puts his hand on the table and he just like rubs his eyes, like, oh, why me? I would have been fine with just being a street performer."
Well, I mean, this might actually give us some answers into all of this subliminal messaging and a little bit of insight on what's going on at Virtue.
And Celica says, "Exactly. That's, see, man, I don't know where this guy was when we needed him. Seriously."
Hmm.
And Jean says, "All right, well, I don't know about you, Tulius, but I've got some real bad vibes from that guy."
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Wait until you tell Gramps.
"So here's my proposal. We'll do it. We'll go over there. But if you want to bring anybody along with you, just in case, I don't blame you."
Well, I mean, if there's some funny business going on, might as well make it official Seeker business, right?
Exactly. That sounds good to me. Always like to be prepared. And Sanka says, "Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's a date then." She gets up out of her seat and says, "All right, I guess I'll meet you guys over at the record company then."
Sounds like a plan.
All right. And as Jean's about to leave, she grabs him by the jacket. It's like, "Hold on, mister. We've got a lot of catching up to do." And he looks over to you, Tulius, like, "Help me, please."
All's fair in love and war, friend. I shoot him a wink, and I make my way out.
All right. So now you have about 2.5 hours to play with before having to go to this place. You are able to take anyone along with you that you wish. You just have to see if they're up to it or if they're busy with anything.
Yeah, I'll send out a kind of a mass text message to the whole team,
All right.
including Alexander, just to see if I can
Yeah,
get.
see if you can
He's after
get
him
any
somewhere.
information or any sort of answer answer from him. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, yeah, everybody, you receive a text message from Tulius.
31 sessions in, and I still can't read this.
Or I have to make a point to try to fix that.
Make it a text to speech.
Yeah, seriously, we need to set that up on his phone. Okay.
Definitely a thing.
Hey, did I ever tell everyone else who the hell was on the phone?
I don't think so.
I don't think you did.
Why?
Probably forgot.
He's chatting.
Shit, my memory's slipping me.
I mean, description-wise, anybody could point him out, but nobody else that was with you at that time knew his name for you.
I don't know, if he name drops him, I'm pretty sure someone will be very eager to join.
So, who will be joining, who shall be joining Tulius in this endeavor?
What does the text say?
Yeah, Tulius, how do you word the text?
Got an invite to an exclusive record company tour if anyone wants to come along.
Jack texted back, as fun as that seems, unfortunately I'm doing some family history search.
Hmm.
Wow.
Moors! Moors!
Yeah?
What does it say? And I show him my phone.
Good old Captain is having a tour at a fancy record label.
Well,
You know, music.
I have no idea what you just said to me. But Captain needs help!
I'll send addendum text message after. Might be some funny business.
Funny business. Is it Hightower?
Not sure.
We see, well,
I'm gonna text back. What kind of music is it? And I'm gonna say it better not be fucking country.
No, not country, more contemporary.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh dear God.
good.
Almost as bad.
Why, we get in a record deal? Did you sign? You know we fake that, right?
I'm gonna say, what is this? Is there something fishy going on?
Possibly. And then just to Jack, I'm just gonna put in quotes, fake it till you make it.
That's the worst philosophy to follow. The worst.
I'm gonna say, give me the address. I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll send out the address as well.
Kain will. I imagine Kain's in this, right? He's getting the messages. Yeah. Okay. He says would like to. However, I have business to attend to in LA.
All right.
Yeah, keep me informed though. If I need to rush over there, I will.
Tell you what, if for some reason you little shits get into trouble, I am Project Jack with Bailey.
Wow. I'm just sitting here reading the whole group text.
Bill,
Well,
to the Bahamut Mobile.
to the Bahamut Mobile!
Mobile?
I don't know
It's
where
just
we're
Kane's
going,
car.
but we're going.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds badass.
It's the car you rented out.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Yeah, to the Bahamut Mobile!
Sweet,
That's my D20.
sweet Christ.
D20 missed it.
Don't let him get you saying that.
Well, yeah, maybe we should check
Abandon me,
Kane's
boy.
room for his key.
Oh, there it is.
Don't let him catch you saying that, Tulius.
Mobile. The stick man Bahamut painted on the side.
I'm done.
I would, I'd be not so mucho happy about that as Kain.
It looks like the guy that's on my little icon.
Oh no.
No, but let's make it a magnet so we can take it off and Kane will never know.
So you can
Swear,
really
there's a
put it
real
on
project
the other
like that or
bar.
something.
I'm so mad, but I can't be, because it's clever. Oh, Jesus.
Pilch, away!
Away! And I'll go running off in whatever direction.
Go this way.
Oh, away this way!
I'm looking at my phone.
I'm so done.
There's no address.
Yeah, I sent out the address.
Yeah, you do a
There's an
quick,
address.
Google search. Cause
Uh,
girls have a friend.
Get in the car.
Crying. Oh my god.
We're going.
I'll go ahead and actually give
Wait.
a call over to Alexandria.
I do know that a few people have seen Hugo, though. Right?
Wait, Moles, am I driving?
No, I am.
Oh no.
I am.
Oh my god, I just thought of the best idea in the world. What if, oh my god, Buggy will get the best experience?
No.
Concerned?
What?
What if while we're driving, I hold him out the window and throw him in the air and recall him?
Do it.
No.
No,
Bad.
dog abuse!
Bad.
Don't get pulled over.
Oh, whoops.
You know, if we get pulled over, what's the cop gonna say? There's the dog's right here in my lap. What do you mean, officer?
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a dash cam footage of that though. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
That's gonna be
fantastic.
awful.
That happened.
That's gonna be awful.
Oh, Tulius, no, don't encourage them.
That happened.
No.
Okay. Me and Bilge are on the way in the Bahamut mobile.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So the rent a vehicle. Okay.
It's the same one. We just never turned it in.
Yeah,
I love it.
you guys are gonna get charged for that.
Pause for what? They didn't tell me I had to return it.
It was kind of implied. But...
Yeah, having
I
the
don't know what that
conversation
was.
with Alexandria. Hey, there's something interesting that popped up if you want to come along and take a break from your little study session.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Who came to Jack to the dog temple?
I'll tell you in a minute. Hang on.
But I'm almost done.
You can take a quick break.
What came up?
There's some funny business. I got a visit from someone that seemed a little bit shifty. But I mean, at the very least, you'll get some fresh air and maybe get to listen to some good music.
What kind of music?
K-pop.
It'll be better music than what plays on the radio, that's for certain.
Go there, it's country roads on and loop.
I
Kill
could
me.
use a break.
Alright.
Oh, this could be a worse song to be on loop. Country roads.
Stop.
Take me home
Gosh.
to the place I belong.
Okay, I've got a pillow. I'm gonna use it on him. Be right back.
Just smothering in sleep.
I suffocated with a pillow too.
Yeah. Double homicide.
Quiet.
At least I found a At least I found a book that might have the code.
That's good.
There are a few people who should compare notes. Cough. Anyway, my tummy's feeling
You
better.
freaking freaks.
Yeah, I'm actually in the library too, so I'm taking this book with me.
Okay, cool.
Grandpa is tempting to computer.
Actually, you guys also receive a group text from Kain saying, is there anybody nearby the library at the moment?
While Moose is driving. Moose, I can't read this.
I am. I text back.
Cool.
I'm not checking it. It doesn't matter.
Also, what the heck is with all of this text?
Kain says, I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. Ask the guy at the front counter to see if he has my book. I'm about to leave, and I need to see if my spellbook's ready.
Alright, to raise friendship.
Alrighty, I'll do that.
Alright, cool. So, you head over to the front counter, and you see a very fair-looking elven man, tall and very dignified-looking, sort of minding his own business as he's reading something. As you come to the counter, he looks over and says, "Oh, may I help you?"
Yeah. One of my friends is wondering if his spellbook is ready.
Do you have a name for me?
Kain?
Oh, young Aslan, of course. And he reaches underneath the desk and he pulls out this pretty thick-looking book. It's almost seemingly textbook thick as he places it on the table, and you see it's bound in black leather, sort of also with it's very nice. It's also gilded, but with silver around too, and the pattern on the silver forms almost seemingly like a snowflake in the center. And it's also the accents of the colors are also blue, so it's black, blue, and silver. And it looks really expensive.
I'm staring at it like, yep, that's definitely Kain.
Oh, you make sure you do get this to him, and next time, if I have to hear that his book gets destroyed once again, there will be a boot within his future.
I shall relay that.
Not
Excellent, thank you.
Give me 1 sec. I can actually.
And I'm gonna be taking this book with me too, and I hold up the book with the codes and stuff.
He looks over and says, "Oh, of course. You have a very good track record here, Miss Stratos, so I wouldn't worry about it. Go ahead."
Thank you very much, and I'll take it.
Alright, cool. Yeah, you take Kain's spellbook, and yeah, it's heavy, but you're able to heft it, no problem. I'll say for brevity's sake, you deliver it to him as he's about to head out in the hangar, and he tells you, "I really appreciate that, thank you. I need it for what's coming up, so I appreciate it."
No problem.
Don't tell me
Just,
I'm wasted.
you're just gonna get beat up if you mess it up again. Just saying.
And he just looks at me, he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Aww.
Well, I gotta make sure this one's good. This is, I had this one special ordered.
Like, seriously, you better not ruin that. That's, like, really cool looking.
I know, right? Yeah, no, this
No
is...
pun intended.
Oh no, Alexander forgot a book.
The late fees. Yeah, at that point, Kain says, "Yeah, I'm gonna make sure this is taken care of. No problem. Alright, I'll catch you later. Good luck at whatever you guys are doing."
Thank you. And you too.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna need it. And he heads out to the jet.
Remember, don't ruin it.
I won't. Maybe.
roll my eyes and just walk away.
So, I'll say that for those, well, besides the Bahamut brothers, because they're already on their way over. Let's see. Alexandria, you're with Tulius. Shian, did you respond at all whatsoever?
No. Out of character wise, I was trying to get my stomach to settle down.
Oh, okay.
Trouble.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Did you, will you be responding?
Yes, actually. I'm not that busy, I don't think.
Okay. It takes a little bit of time, as you think. Possibly, Shian is sort of in the middle of something, really, but, he does indeed get back to you, Tulius.
Okay.
I, let him know. I may have to sit this one out. I've got a few things I'd like to get finished.
Not to worry.
I mean, if y'all need help anytime down the line, though, don't hesitate to give me a yell.
Will do.
Alright. So let's see. We have the Bahamut brothers.
Wait.
Alexandria?
Can I just state, I realized that Shane named his main character, his main NPC, Kain.
That was actually unintentional.
Shane, oh.
I know. I thought about it too after a couple of sessions. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, I just realized it. I was like, ah!
And he's basically the mediator, which is in a sense like me saying, hey guys, don't be stupid. No, but that was actually unintentional. I was just
How
like,
about I do anyway?
yeah. See Arc 3.
Alright,
but-
sorry to interrupt.
But yeah, like, I just coming up with a name, and I was like, that sounds like a really cool name. I'll stick with that. And then, this was basically when the Secret Saga was at its infancy, and then I was like, a couple sessions in, I was like, wait a minute. And I made that connection too. I was like, oh shit. That was unintentional.
Wait, Shane is playing Kain, who uses Frozen Rain.
And it continues.
I think that inspiration from the last time hasn't worn off
It
yet.
hasn't worn off.
I'm going insane.
Oh, I was just about to say that.
Oh, okay.
All this rhyming is going in vain.
Oh my god.
Stop. So you guys are, well, who else is joining in? Is it just, Tulius and Alexandria?
Not as plain Jane.
Just sort of together? Wow.
I believe the Bahamut brothers are on their way.
Yeah, they're on their way. I mean, just like in the immediate vicinity. Jack's busy, Shian's busy, and Kane's busy, right? Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like it.
Okay. So, as you two meet up, you do get a notification on your phones in the group text message, and believe it or not, it's Alexander. However, all it is just a blank. There's nothing on there.
Well, that is surprising.
it's
What?
something.
Well, at least we know he's alive.
What? My brother?
I just show my phone screen.
It's just it just looks like a speech bubble with nothing in it. It's just blank.
Not even a dagger? Holy fuck.
And I proceed to take out my own phone and just start race typing
In caps.
in caps.
Beautiful. Okay. With that said, do recall he left his phone. Oh my. Well, looks like
Wait a minute.
that's right.
I need to stop reading minds.
That's
I'm
interesting.
gonna kill you.
When I find you, you're dead.
Or what if he's missing because he's in the phone?
Wow.
I found Alexander, guys. Can I break the phone? No.
No, no.
You break the phone, he dies in real life. Don't.
You
Matrix.
die in the game. You die for real.
Okay. So, I'll say for time and brevity's sake, all of you make it to the Virtue building. It stands very tall, very somewhat plain looking though. The architecture's somewhat impressive, but there's just a big green V up at the top. So it's a bit of an eyesore. As you're standing out here within the crowds of people walking by. And Jean and Celica are already there waiting for you, Tulius and Alexandria. Just sort of standing by.
Alrighty.
Awkwardly.
I hope you don't mind. I brought a couple of friends along with us.
And Jean says, "Not at all, man. Sounds like a good idea. I mean, after all, who knows what these guys are up to?"
Very true.
Well,
Celica, you probably don't know them, but she, along with a couple of the other gents that'll be joining us shortly. I look at my watch. They were part of the little spectacle.
Oh, you mean your group?
Mm-hmm.
was
Star
like-
Chasers revived.
Oh. I can't wait to meet them. And Gene just sort of looks at it and is like, has this stupid grin on his face, like, same.
Yeah.
So
You
he's
could
probably gonna
probably
be
wait a
disappointed not the whole group is there.
And he stops for a second and says, "Wait, where are they? Wait, you said guys? Where? That's plural, which means where are the others?"
Well, the others have some other business, personal business to attend to. I don't know where they are, though. They said they were on their way.
Alright, well,
Late as always.
are they usually late?
You know, they're a bit of a wild card.
Oh. Yeah, no, I get that. Oh my god!
We got some initial D music playing too.
You guys are gonna be just like CGI Tom Hanks. Drifting.
Yeah. And, you know, if we happen to hear of any major accidents on the freeway, that might show how far away they might be.
Oh, please don't say that.
I'm sorry, what?
Just thinking out loud. Anyways.
Okay, well.
Please don't say that.
Says, okay, well, let's keep waiting for them then. Out of character, how close are you guys right now, would you say? If you're especially speeding along.
Well, see, first, I don't know how far the Temple of Bahamut is from the thing. So,
let me give you a generalization.
I've been
It's
back.
all in New York, so it's not too far away from one another. It'll probably take just a couple of minutes to get there, I'd say, especially if you're speeding like a madman.
yes, that's playing while we're doing it.
Okay.
We do that right there.
Sweet Christ.
We're there now.
Be there. Yeah, you just like sort of skid across, and Gene just looks over and he's like, "Well, I think we got our answer." And so it goes, "Yeah, that's perfect timing." Hey, nerd. Wait. Oh yeah, I know those guys. Yep. Well, can't say that our group isn't colorful. That's for sure.
I'm gonna make my way over to him.
Alright, so Moors and Bilge, you're now with the rest of your group, as you have done a excellent parking job somehow. Don't ask questions, just go with it. Bless you.
No, that was a laugh.
Oh, okay, that sounded like a sneeze. Won't ask questions, I'll just say, yeah. After Moors had surprised me, not yesterday, I mean last couple of sessions ago, being a driver. He's actually really good. Anyhow, so all of you are now standing outside this gigantic building, and you're all together, so Tulius, how would you like to proceed?
I'm gonna say what's going on first.
Yeah.
So, heads up.
And Jean sort of looks over to you, Tulius, like, yeah, you want to tell him? Or did you, like, not go over that with them or something?
Well, there's, we got an interesting visit from someone while, Jean and I were meeting up with, an old friend of his. Yeah, she had she here had a very interesting, theory about what's going on here at this records company. So I thought, why not make it official secret business?
Oh. Oh.
You sound so disappointed.
The guy who showed up, he was very, I don't know, gave off this really creepy vibe.
What do you look like?
Thin, lanky, John Lennon-looking guy.
Wait, I totally didn't get a call and it, like, disconnected.
Bilge, you are now with the rest of the group. You're with Moors. Tulius is going over exactly what was going on earlier. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds like some business nerd.
A little bit. I mean, kind of gaudy with the purple glasses, but, you know, to each their own.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Anyway, shall we?
Yeah.
And Celica
Practice
says,
comes some schools another day.
let's. And as you guys open the rotary door inside, it's very it's nice. It's very well air conditioned. I'll say it's still probably around winter at this point in time, so it's probably pretty cold outside, but when you get inside, it's very nice and just cozy. Despite the place looking like an absolute, like, textbook definition of corporate. Just a bunch of, you see a bunch of different people within suits and ties, and you guys sort of all stand out like sore thumbs. But
I should also mention as well, guys, kind of want to keep it down low, so if and when we're asked, we're going to use my magazine publicist bit. Just how we did with Wiseman.
Wait, should we be disguised or can we look like ourselves?
You could look like yourself.
yeah.
I think that's
that's
fine.
You can look like yourselves. That's no problem.
I can take the talking bits.
And as you guys are sort of stepping through this big foyer, a guy with it that looks also like a textbook definition of security comes in, and with this black jacket and everything, and shades, completely blocking out any shape of his eyes or anything. And he says, "You guys with the Star Chasers?"
Yes, that's us.
Right this way. And he goes ahead and gestures over towards a couple of elevators. And you guys make your way inside. I'll go ahead and move you here. So, as you guys are packed into the elevator, all 6 of you, it's a very familiar feeling. Inside the elevator is red tile. Looking into is that
I'm
it's
back.
very
What I miss?
not a whole lot.
You sure?
Yes, positive.
100%.
Yes, positive.
Anything cool?
No, not yet. Anyhow, I
Are
need
you a gator?
I need the DM, please. Anyways.
No. Okay, you continue.
So inside this elevator is very fancy, very much like the Grand Mystic back in London. However, the tile is red. Very. It's a bit of an odd color to choose for this kind of thing. Doesn't necessarily give comfortable vibes necessarily, but you just sort of shrug it off and you go up a couple of floors and dings and
Dog.
give me 1 second while I adjust you guys to head into the next scene.
Does the tiles share the same pattern as the Grand Mystic?
No. This is it's like a solid red. The Grand Mystic was very much so wanting to show off this crazy regal pattern with reds, golds, and all sorts of marble and such. This is a very solid color. This is very, very singular.
Just some fancy butt fuckery.
Yeah. So as you guys come in and the doors open, you guys are met with looks like a bunch of security. Besides here.
Oh.
And one of the guys comes up to you and says,
Blurb has a picture.
and yeah. No, it's only a headshot. I haven't gotten anything done, unfortunately. When I do,
That's cute.
it's a lot like Aria. It's just not a whole lot done, but when I do, I'll show it.
That's cute.
So with that, the security man comes up to you and he says to you, Mr. Lugo, I want to see you now. And he goes ahead and gestures over towards the door over this way. And Jean says, alright, let's get going. And
Boy.
these two.
Bye.
You guys are sort of getting like these very... You almost assume stern looks from these guys. They look very disgruntled, but they're kind of like doing their own thing as you guys are like walking by. They sort of like look up and glance at you and then go back to doing what they were doing.
There's
Are any
something
of them-
familiar about these guards out of character. I don't know.
If you can do it, I'll
Are
give you
any-
bonus points.
Are any of them armed?
Borderlands?
Make a perception check, or rather, yeah, perception.
All sweating because these dudes are staring at me. I'll lean into Captain and say, just remember, Captain, Boulder, and I'll crack my knuckles.
You know, I'll be there. There we go. 15.
15? Tulius, as you're sort of walking by, just sort of, kind of doing your own thing, sort of, kind of being a groupie, I guess you can say. You're kind of looking about to these guards, and as you kind of, you exchange glances with a couple of them, but you take a moment after they look at you and go back to doing what they were doing while they messing with their phones or whatever. And you can tell that there's some... You could probably tell that they are indeed armed, but it seems very concealed, but your keen eyes are able to see that, oh yeah, they got something. They got something on them. You're not quite sure what, though, but you know that they are indeed equipped.
Yeah.
Alexander... Okay, oh, never mind, Alexander, you got it. Mors, you are more than welcome to move if you'd like.
I am moving. Where am I?
In the all the way in the corner to the left.
The top left corner.
Okay.
For a minute there, I forgot that I could move. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just want to make sure everyone was all set and good, because I know that with some of the new icons I did, I done goofed it. So I'm glad now that that's all taken care of. So Jean goes ahead and knocks at the door, and you hear, "Come on in." And Jean looks back to you guys and like, "Okay, showtime." And he opens up the door to... Ooh,
Oh,
hello. Can I? Hello, yes, please. Can I reveal Aria? Thank you. God. There we go.
Yeah.
Door opens up, and as you guys sort of walk in, Tulius, you do recognize this guy as you are walking in, and it's the guy that your old flame was actually with at the nightclub when you guys performed.
Huh.
Oh, spicy.
Drama. No. Anyways, so Gene steps forward and he says, Mr. Lugo, right? And this middle-aged looking man, seemingly not too interested in like dressing like the rest of everybody else downstairs. You can probably tell he's sort of up there so he can kind of do what he wants. He says, yes, of course, Mr. Star Chaser and company. Glad that my lackey went out to scout out some talent. I wanted to talk to you for the longest time after your performance, especially after I saw it in person. It was very impressive. Alexandria, out of character, it's Seth Lugo.
Is that cool?
Yep. And Gene goes ahead and steps forward. He's like, yeah, that's where we want to talk about this whole contract nonsense, right? And Celica comes up from behind. And she says, yes, we definitely wanted to talk business. And,
that's a lot.
Seth goes ahead and leans back in his chair. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, take a seat. And Gene does that, so does Celica. And he looks over to you, Tulius. He says, you like a groupie or something?
I'm actually with one of the local magazines, T. Fulius from Forevermore magazine.
Right. Cool. All right.
Come to cover the exclusive scoop for the revival of the Star Chasers.
No fooling. Okay. And he sort of like kind of gives you like this side glance, and he says, "All right, Gene, let's talk shop here for a minute. You've been doing this for a while now, but you haven't been doing it on your own. And really, I was a fan, personally speaking, of you guys for a while. And it's great that we can have you in this office here today and to talk about getting you together. But the thing is, do you guys have more of your band together, or is it just you two?" And Gene says, It's just us at the moment. Nothing really crazy. We're kind of trying to figure it kind of out, man. You know what I mean? And Seth says, okay, I get it. Well, I'm still willing to offer this contract to you all. And he goes ahead and leans over to a part of his desk over here, this glass table he has. And he pulls out a piece of paper. And he says, he starts to move over this way. And he hands it over to, what's it called? To Gene. He says, I want you to take a look over this and tell me what you think. I'll be back in a bit, though. And he starts to move. He says, you know, you've got any questions, just wait till I get back.
Make sure there's no sell your soul here line in the contract.
Bilge and Morris, are you guys inside with everybody else?
I can't move.
Okay. I'll say...
Just waiting out here. Just waiting out here.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting out there with Morris,
Okay.
if that's what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, just waiting out here.
Okay, sure.
No, just
Yeah, you
looking
guys...
looking tough.
Yeah, well, these guys are kind of mean mugging you a little bit as you guys are sort of standing there like a bunch of lemons. But
Hey, hey.
the door opens as you see the guy that the group was trying to meet up with, and he looks to you too, like very puzzled, and he's like, "Are you with them inside?"
Yeah.
Okay, I'm surprised you're still standing out here. Like, do you guys need anything? Like,
No, just chilling. Chilling.
I'll I'll stick my head out there really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, these are my two companions here. They're just doing some, just general scoping, making sure that we've got everything patted down. They're carrying some of the equipment that I need for any interview purposes.
Right. Okay. I won't question it. And he begins to move.
A journalist to get away with this kind of shit.
Probably not. But this is a momentary, not momentary, but historic thing, because a very once known rock band is possibly getting back together. And so the door closes behind you, Tulius, and Gene takes a look at the contract in his hands. And he says, "I'm gonna need to wash my hands thoroughly after this." Ugh.
And you're telling me?
Gross, dude.
That's the sleazebag that was with Maria.
And Celico's like, "Ooh, dang, small world."
Too small sometimes.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, hopefully it wasn't too awkward. And she takes a look over at the contract, and you're examining it. You can, for anyone interested who's looking at the contract, you can roll a investigation for me to see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Yay!
And I'm
Okay.
proficient in investigation too, so that's a 26.
Holy shit. Okay, so I was gonna do something, but Tulius, you knocked us out of the park. Anyways, so you're taking a look at the contract, and I don't think Tulius is very up on his legalese necessarily, but I have to say that you know when something is really shady when you see it. And interestingly enough, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary at first looking at this contract. A lot of it seems actually very good. You're taking a look at it, and it seems like as if all these royalties and being very well paid for travel, expenses, all those kinds of things, it almost looks like it's too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
But things start to sort of take a very odd shape as you're looking at it, and sure enough, it really is too good to be true. Hidden lines sort of open up as you stare into this paper, almost seeming like as if it really was sort of magical fine print.
Now hang on there. I'm gonna take a quick look at this.
Gene says, "By all means, man, go ahead."
Yeah, and what's this guy's MO?
What, Seth?
Yeah. What's the rest of the contract stating?
As you're looking into it, it almost looked like as if there was going to be sort of this free reign. There was beginning to be a lot of negotiations and such. However, on the magic fine print, it says otherwise. That this almost seems like they're going to be indentured servants of sorts, playing to entertain the masses and make this company millions.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And in fact, you're looking at this magic fine print as well too, and it stinks of really dark magic, actually. Your senses of the infernal, Tulius, actually kind of goes off like an alarm bell in your head. You're not exactly sure where that's coming from. You know, you're not very well versed with being a tiefling. You've just sort of kind of existed for a while. But something in you is saying there's something very otherworldly and kind of evil about it. Because you rolled so damn well.
Yep. So, here's an issue I got with this.
Lay it on me, bud.
Our good friend Seth here is a little bit more than what he gives off. What I'm thinking.
Celica leans over and it's like, is it? I knew I was right. Tell me I'm right.
Well, and I'll just kind of prestidigitation a pair of glasses, just kind of put them on the bridge of my nose.
Yeah.
So, what you've got here is your normal rigmarole of contractual obligations, sitting with fans, meeting with fans, playing a certain number of days, weeks, in a year, and then we get down to right here. And as you can see, something along the lines of indentured slavery and playing until you drop dead.
And Sokka's like giving this sort of like this. I know I shouldn't be celebrating, but yes, I was right. And Jean says, "Okay, so it's as bad as we thought it was. So what does that mean exactly for us then? Because now we have it here. But what should we do?"
Hello?
Oh god, Grandpa's here!
Everybody hide! So yeah, so...
Hey,
Well,
ready to set up?
to be perfectly honest, none of us should sign this thing,
Yeah,
lest
that's a
our
given.
eternal souls be wrought into everlasting darkness.
Oh, jeez. That probably stinks of warlock magic.
Could be warlock, could be something even worse. Something akin to... I point to my horns.
Oh. You shouldn't talk about yourself
classic.
that way, though, but still.
I think that's why I'm so good at looking at this contract right now.
Ah.
I'm gonna knock.
The devil's in the details, as they say. And he looks over at the door. And,
Come in!
I open
Opens the door.
Are we good to set up?
Yes, just place the equipment, yes, you know what, just come on in.
Oh,
Bilge, are you following in?
yeah. I'm trying to move. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I got you. I got you, fam.
Closing the door.
Yeah, you close the door. And, you guys are sort of standing, or rather, half of you are standing, half of you are sitting. And, Jean's like, yeah, this is pretty bad, dude.
What's going on over here?
You want to tell him, Tulius?
Yeah, we got a crooked contractor happening right now.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
So now the question is, what do we do next?
That guy that just came out.
Yeah, that individual might be responsible for what's going on with music in general, and probably figuring out exactly what he wants to do with us, and what he's already done with plenty of other musicians.
Right. And Celica
We can probably confront him about it.
Gene sits there for a minute and he says, does anybody feel kind of off right now? Is that just me?
No, yeah, those dudes out there were really checking me and Moles out.
Yeah, they probably don't like the fact that how beefy you guys are looking right now. They're probably very suspect of us. I mean, to be fair, I mean, dude, I wouldn't blame him, but still, just saying.
Wait, Moles, maybe they were checking out our sweet tats.
Oh my god.
Celica just looks over and it's just like, oh lord.
I don't think so.
I did
Yeah,
not,
don't mind him.
I didn't notice that
What?
until now.
I mean, it looks wonderful, Morris.
No, not the tats. Screw the tats. I think they're after us. Well, not after us,
And Celica's
but
like,
sizing
hey,
us up.
keep it down. Don't want to have them overhearing this.
They're
Can I-
sizing us up.
Can I peek under the door?
Sure. You peek under. You get on all fours, Bilge, and you look underneath the door. There's not a whole lot you can really see.
Don't
but
you
you
mean
do.
he gets on all Moors?
That would be
Oh.
Moors, but this is Bilge. So
Oh, he's hard to behind, bro. So
Sebastian.
yo, ow.
Wait, I think it needs one more.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Hey, there you go.
Anyways, I can give them good slaps, but anyways, Bilge, you look underneath, and all you can really see from peering side to side are just sort of shoes. You peer side here.
Are they moving? Are they walking around, aren't they?
No,
Okay.
they're not moving.
What are those?
I will keep an eye out until I see that dude walking it.
Okay. Jane says to you, Tulius, so, that's the thing, man. We already know they're trying to dupe us, but...
What if you say no?
Now we gotta figure out what we want to do.
Well, let's see. We could try forging a signature.
Celica says, well, didn't you say it was something to do with, like, magic? If that was the case,
True.
they'll be on to us real quick with that.
True, but as long as they know that, as far as they know, we've signed it, we could then play into it, and anything that, any magical hocus pocus that might give them the upper hand, might actually give us a bit of a leg up on the problem.
Alexandra, yes, you may look. Go ahead and roll perception.
Well, if we all sign each other's names.
No need to sign anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I use divine sense?
Divine sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me just make sure I know what,
It's a paladin thing.
Yeah, it's a paladin thing.
Oh, wait, you want me to check for magic in here? I just realized.
Divine sense. What does
I
that
posted
do?
it in the
60
general.
As an
Okay, divine sense with sense with undead, celestial, or fiend, or detect, consecrate, or desecrate object to place. Okay. Celestial wise, I'll tell you. There's Alexandria. Nothing undead. What would be considered a fiend?
The
Demon.
devil? Demon?
Devils,
So would that? I guess that your sensors would go off with Tulius, I guess. But
Yeah.
interestingly
And
enough,
himself.
and himself. But interestingly enough, too, same thing goes with the contract. It sort of like blips a little bit with like the sort of purple smoke-ish kind of mist coming from it.
Oh my
I
god!
gotta say,
Darkness.
that thing's evil. Put that thing down.
Oh yeah, dude, this thing's super evil.
Stop touching that. Stop touching it.
Stop it.
So, here's what I propose.
Alexandra, real quick before you get into that, real quick, Alexandra, you do not notice any cameras in here. It seems that it's just an office. Okay.
Oh, so it seems. But in actuality, it's
Hush.
an office.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna smother you, hush.
Oh.
One thing I do know about contracts is that there's always a loophole, and that these kind of contracts can be very fickle. And as long as we don't actually sign it, we should be okay.
Well, hey, I have protection from good and evil. I can set that shit up and we can fucking ruse them.
Real quick, Moors, there's another thing that you do sense within this room. Actually comes from the desk itself. It's something similar to yourself and Tulius.
I'm gonna make my way over there.
Tulius, as you're walking towards that way too, you stop, and a very, very odd sensation, like, sort of almost hovers around you. Almost like trying to, like, get your attention. And it kind of makes your spine tingle a little bit, but then you look back towards the desk, and something seems to be calling you to see inside. What do you do?
First, I'm going to finish my initial thought. I'm just going to grab a piece of printer paper from his printer.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'll give in to my curiosity here.
Okay.
Hey, Mors,
You sensing what I'm sensing?
if it feels kind of dark and scary, yeah.
Let me open it. Or attempt to.
Be my guest.
It's at where Tulius is standing. So you get over to where the drawer is, and
Here?
yeah, you get over to where the drawer is, and it's actually not locked. Surprisingly, you open it up, and this very iridescent green color sort of shines out from the cabinet, and, like, hits your face, and it's like very bright at
How
first.
does a glass table have a drawer?
Don't ask questions. It's glass on the top, and say what was on the bottom.
Now, is this what I'm sensing, or is this what it's giving off?
No, this is what's giving off. Like, you open this thing, and it's like bright green light comes and hits your face.
Kryptonite.
Here's what it seems like. You look inside as the light dies down a bit, and it's this it almost looks like an emerald, but you look a little closer, and you almost swear you see something moving inside of it.
Oh.
Can I attempt to grab it?
Sure. You carefully place your hand inside and gingerly take this rock, whatever it is, in your hand, and you hold it up, and sure enough, you almost see what looks like this weird sensation. It's a small tingling in your fingers. Tulius, this feeling is very overwhelming, though, but somehow it feels familiar. You're not quite sure why or how, but...
Can I...
Mhm.
Can I examine it?
Yeah, absolutely. If Morris would like to hand it over.
Oi!
Check the magical properties of it?
Absolutely.
I was going to do the same thing.
Wait, you want me to do the quick way I can identify it?
Well, I mean, if you're willing to go.
Bring it a BLG over here, and I'm still peeking into the door.
Okay. You,
Be Chilly, come set up this microphone over here.
Be chilly?
Be chilly.
Oh, wait. Can I have Buggy look under the door?
Yes, you may.
Oh, Buggy, watch for the dude.
He just sort of breathes heavily as he just looks at the door.
Keeping up the
Good
facade.
dog.
All right.
You head over
I will
to...
walk over.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, Bilge, you take a look at this, and it's like... At first, you're like, ooh, shiny rock, but something about it is a little frightening.
Ew.
Yeah.
I will pull out the pillowcase. Grab it with the pillowcase and cast Identify.
Okay. Is Identify a instant kind of spell?
Yeah, it's an action. I will not ritual.
Okay, action. Spend a spell slot. Okay.
Yeah.
Bilge, when you identify this, it's almost like it's seemingly got a mind of its own. It's not telling you everything. It does tell you enough, though, with your spell, that it's a component for something.
Oh?
It's a component. Not only that, it seems to have this sort of affinity for Tulius.
And no spells in specific are affecting it. It's just like some sort of creature.
That's what it seems like. It's almost like taking a life of its own.
I will wrap it up in the pillowcase and tie a knot.
Okay.
And say, Tulius. It's got the... And I'll make my eyebrows go up and down. For you.
Hey.
Alright.
Yeah. It was like... Captain Tulius, you're so handsome and magical.
There goes Saga.
Alright. Well, I'll, keep a hold of that,
I think
and
this rock likes you.
we're gonna take that back later.
Wait, you want me to shove it in my pants?
Well,
The dude could come back.
into your I mean, yes, just hide it.
I shoved it in my pants.
Mors, and I'm gonna prestidigitation a very similar looking green gem. Put this back in the drawer.
Sure.
Yep, you take the fake rock and you put it back in. And you close the drawer.
Some 007 shit.
Now, Mo Rizzle, I need you to come over here and set up this microphone here, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need a sound check.
La 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 la.
Good. Fantastic. I like it. Good acoustics in here. It's good. It's good.
So Loco just leans over and looks over at Jean, just sort of like this, expecting, like, oh, you have just found the best sort of people.
All right. And as far as this, I hold up the piece of paper that I pulled out of the printer.
Yeah.
Instead of signing your own name, I'll then press the digitation once more.
Okay.
A fake signature of Gene's, what I would assume would be his signature.
Okay.
We could put this on that contract.
So a fake one then, yeah, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be the best idea, though? I've seen some pretty infernal stuff before in my time, man. That stuff is looking pretty bad as he gets up from the...
We could flip around a couple of letters.
Alright, well, it's your call, man. I want to make sure we're all good here.
Before that, I am going to attempt to hopefully take enough time.
Yes.
Cast Protection of Good and Evil on Jean.
Okay. Protection against good and evil.
Wait, okay, so what's the plan? Are we beating this motherfucker up when he gets in here?
Let's play along. And when he starts seeing that things aren't going the way he wants, let's just lay it on him.
Oh shit, I just had the best idea. Do we have like a crowbar, like a metal bar, like a rope or something? Oh yeah. Oh wait, where's my paper? I think. Yeah, I got it.
Mars, you use a vial of holy water when you do this, and Jean is willing, so he knows this is some bad stuff, so he's like, okay, I gotcha. Some got some real cool paladin stuff, eh?
Actually, you know what? I just realized I have a nice little thing I picked up from one of our recent endeavors.
Saga gets off and says, what you got?
You know? Maybe we can actually just sign it normally. After we get rid of the little infernal clause, as it were.
Jean sort of looks at you very curious. He's like, go on? What you mean, dude? Like,
I'm gonna take the scroll of Dispel Magic.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm gonna cast it on the contract.
Okay, so you take out of your vest pocket the scroll of Dispel Magic, and you open it up, and you incite the incantation, probably trying to be very least subtle about it, or at least try to. I imagine you can probably you can roleplay this if you want to make this work as a thing you're doing, if you want.
Hey, Lexi, can you give me a hand over here?
Call me that one more time, I swear to God.
It's part of the ruse. Just go along with it.
Fine.
All right.
What do you need me to do?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping up the facade.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
You read off the incantation off the scroll. You're not exactly sure what you're saying, but magic sort of works. But interestingly enough, when you cast a spell magic off the on the I'm sorry, pardon me, the contract itself, this is what happens. It burns up in this infernal purple flame and just burns in ash, and what almost sounds like the screams of the damned can be heard from it. And it's loud as fuck, too.
Oh no!
Ow.
And Celica's like ears like pinned back, it's like, that sucks.
Her poor kitty ears.
Well, that was not what I had in mind.
Go back up.
Wait, can you move me behind the door?
Yeah. Bilge, you You come to Buggy, and he's just sort of staring at the door, kind of like just doing whatever. However, you look underneath the door itself, and you actually hear and see footsteps coming in towards your position.
I fought real quick, and I jump back up, and I go.
I pressed the words that were on, because I read the entire contract. The rest of the words on the paper with the fake signature.
Okay.
The fake contract.
Wait, move me.
Sit back down.
You fucked up.
You done goofed. You done goofed. The doorknob starts to sort of jiggle a little bit, and it turns. Whoop! Big line. What is this? Delete.
An accident? I don't know.
And the door begins to open as you see one of the guys in here. Sort of just.
I'm right there.
Wow, Miss Brightwing, that was a wonderful note you just displayed for us. I'm gonna have to make sure we put that on the page interview.
Oh boy! Oh, hold on. Let me make some rules here. As these two guys are just sort of staring you down.
Oh no! I don't know if I should be scared or happy.
Okay.
Scared.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is what happens.
Oh no.
The guy up in front looks back at his butt over here. And they come walking in a bit. And they don't really say anything. And
Oh, sorry for the disruption, gentlemen. We just having a little interview here. If you could mind, the door is it's a little drafty. We want to make sure there's not too much interference here with the microphones.
And the guy in front looks at you and he says, "I wouldn't worry about that."
And why is that?
I'll show you. And he takes his gun out of his jacket and points it straight at you.
Ah, shit!
Time to roll for initiative, dudes.
Whoa. That escalated so quickly.
They're not dumb. They're not
I
dumb.
didn't even get a fart out.
Well, you got one.
Oh, yeah. One good one.
So
They're not dumb.
allow me to explain. One rolled in that 20 on that. So
Oh.
Yeah, I figured.
yeah,
Is it the back one or the front one?
front one.
Shit.
Yep. My deception worked about as well as Voltz's did. Oh, that was good.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I got a 22, but it was unnatural.
Hey man, we're just doing work here.
Whoa, hold on. This is some crazy weird shit that's going on.
Oofed.
Well, at least we didn't sign a devil contract.
Yeah, that's true. Whoa, this is all janked. Alright. Hang on, I'm gonna redo this. This is all janky.
No worries.
Whoa, what? Whoa! Turn order, please!
Whoa.
Okay.
happened?
Okay. I won't
Break
touch it
it.
this time.
I think it's having a fit from April Fool's Day.
Oh my
Oh
god!
no.
Yeah, it's being a real bitch right now. Like the turn order is...
I just remembered. I flipped him around. What does he look like? A bitch.
Wow!
I just remembered.
Oh, Christ almighty. Oh my god, okay, hang on.
Well, looks like it's time for a righteous crusade.
Righteous Crusade time. I gotta delete there's like excess, it's really weird.
It's time to kill all of them.
Yep.
Cleanse.
Can we put in our numbers now or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, it's being really fucking janky today. My god.
Oh.
This one's not good. Call back up. But then again, you could probably funnel
Wait, did it?
funnel them through the door if you survive the first shot.
Doubled in there. Bilge, there you go.
If being the key word here.
Oh my
I
god.
don't like that.
Okay, I got it now. Okay, you can enter in your numbers.
Alright.
Wait, can you put them on there for me?
Sure, what you get?
Unnatural 20.
Very nice. Faster than a speeding bullet, guys. Damn. That's for sure. Ooh, Saga, you are getting in there. That is a nat 20. Jeans also got... he's taken by surprise a bit. Morris, what did you get?
18.
18. Alright. And you guys are on top of it. Dice. Ooh. Lucky.
Maybe be careful when you tamper with evil paper.
Yeah, that was some pretty evil paper indeed. But, as Tulius said before, as long as you guys didn't sign, everything's okay. Jeez. Had some real bad rolls, had some real good ones. This is a mixed bag, guys. Okay. Are we ready? We are ready, right?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Alright, so Celica goes in first, and she sees this guy pull a gun on you, Tulius, and she immediately jumps in with a longsword and goes to impale this dude.
Holy shit, bird is hacking.
You know it. That's not enough to hit for the first hit. And second one.
Bird
Oh,
likes
gosh.
raid.
Unfortunately, both hits are not enough to do it. This guy is dodging as he can see this brightly colored creature from a mile away, unfortunately. And she cannot do much more with that. Bilge, it is your turn.
Well, okay. Alright, so work with me on this one.
Okay.
Can I move down one and left one against the wall?
Sure.
And then can I use one attack to... Wait, bonus action, I will rage.
Okay. Getting angry. Sure.
And use one attack to shove this dude right down one from me. Down a cube.
You want to push him down, down one? You want to shove?
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a shove attack.
Sure, go ahead. Make a shove.
Oh, no way, he's beating that one.
Okay, let's find out.
24.
Yep, nope. He rolled really well, but not well enough. So you give him the good old shove as you get angry. No.
And then I don't know if it's like an action or something to close the door. So can I use my other attack to just punch the door closed?
Sure. Like you said, punch the door closed. So the only thing I can think of is that you shove your hand through it, and then you grab the handle from the other side and close it. Even though that's very redundant.
Wow.
You're angry. Like nothing makes sense besides just doing things. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
And I will move down one square to block the door.
Alright, you're body blocking it. And that'll be the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Mors, your turn. What shall you do?
Okay, I am going to walk over here.
Okay.
And I'm whipping out Arande, and I'm attacking this here.
Go for it. Bring the boy down. Yeah, I got a
That is a 17.
That's enough to hit, yeah.
Wow. Okay, that is going to be smitey.
Smitey, you bet.
That's 7. That's a low boy.
Oh no.
That is
The curse of the low boys.
It is.
I know that feeling too well. 8 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty sizable chunk. Yeah, you come down with a sword like a force of nature. Have holy vengeance, and you smiteth this man. As, interestingly enough, the radiant damage seems to be burning this guy quite a bit. There's one thing you notice.
It's too spicy.
Spicy.
Now that's a spicy meatball. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Mortars?
I have another attack, so I'm gonna dig into him a little more.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
That is 18.
18? Yeah, that hits.
Smite.
Smite. Go for it.
Well, that was better. That's way better. That's 17.
Oh. 17 damage?
Yeah.
Ooh.
11 normal, 6 light.
Very nice. Same dude?
Yeah.
Okay. Remind me. I'm sorry. I got like my mind in like a bunch of different places. How much damage was that?
17.
17. That right. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. You come down once more, and you put all your might into the swing, and this guy is not looking good. He seems to be on death's doorstep. As your holy radiance seems to be doing quite a lot of damage to this man in particular.
He gave him the big oof.
Oh yeah.
The biggest oof of oof town.
Very nice. Okay.
And that will be it.
Very nice. Let me see something here. Alexandria and Tulius. Who has the higher dexterity?
I'll just go ahead and say ladies first.
Okay. Fair enough. Alexandria, it is your turn. These guys are... That's turning into a mosh pit now. What do you want to do?
I'm not going near there, that's what.
That's smart thinking. That is smart.
Let's see. I'm just gonna run in front of Tulius.
Okay.
Take out Euphorix. And I'm gonna use Crusader's Mantle.
Crusader's Mantle. Nice.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna use one of my War Priest feat to do an attack on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Hang on, let me see something. Crusader's Mantle. Sure. Okay, I'll put that on you. And you're doing, what for your bonus action?
One of my War Priest feat to make a weapon attack.
Yeah, go ahead. And the biggest get down, Mr. President. You ever had the pleasure of being part of. So true.
That is 16.
16 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
That's just enough to hit. Roll that damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crusader's Mantle.
Let me see something.
Would you like me to tell you the radiant damage?
Yes.
So that's gonna be 1.
1 radiant damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's gonna be 4 normal.
Okay. 4. Cool. Just together. At this guy right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, you go ahead and get in front of Tulius, cast out Crusader's Mantle, and it's sort of a wispy, sort of ghostly light sort of surrounds you, but empowering everyone around you. And within quick succession, as you do that, you pull back an arrow of light, and it goes straight to this man, and it actually burns him too, because you're using Radiant. Anything else you'd like to do? I think that might be it.
Yeah, I am my turn.
Yeah. All right, Tulius. What you got?
So this poor man here, he's taking a beating, right? Or is it this guy?
That guy at the bottom corner is taking the worst of it right now.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to look at the one who pointed his weapon at me, and I'm going to use vicious mockery.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, I don't usually engage in mental combat with the uninclined and unintelligent, but you're an exception.
Damn. He's gonna make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
That's a 2. No.
Nope.
No. So now he has a disadvantage, I believe, on his attack roll, right?
Yep, disadvantage on his next attack roll, and he takes 5 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, big headache. As, you can see he's like thoroughly disgruntled with that as he grasps his head.
Very disgruntled. After which point, I am going to just make a hop over the desk here.
Okay. Roll athletics to see how if you can jump over it clearly enough, or if you're gonna just knock everything over.
Oh no, I'm gonna knock everything over. I don't even care.
Perfect. Yeah, you go ahead and just sort of roll on the table and just everything just all over the place.
Did you really have to do that?
Yeah, kind of did.
Fair enough.
It was intentional. It was not like I clumsily did. No, this was intentional.
Yeah, because fuck this guy. It's so petty. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Fair enough.
Anything else for you, Tulius?
I probably trolls all of 4chan for fun.
Who is this? 4chan?
I'll go ahead and give an inspiration. Who do I want to inspire? Yeah, I'll go ahead and inspire Celica.
Okay.
Well, you wanted to be a seeker? Here's your chance.
And she looks very determined.
Call it a working interview.
I won't let you down.
So she'll get a D8.
Nice. That is indeed a D8. Hang on, let's see. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing with Jean then. I'm learning things too. Alright, anything else, Tulius, or no?
That's it for me.
Okay. You guys hear some shuffling outside as this guy mixing it over here. Stays there. Shuffle, shuffle. Jean's turn. He is going to take out his soul weapon, his very nice guitar, and he's going to also use one of his abilities, combat inspiration. Since you're working in tandem together, essentially, Tulius, he's going to cast it on Celica as well, and he gets out and he plays an awesome guitar solo, and he says, "You got this! Come on, show him what you're made of." And she's gonna have a bardic inspiration die. You can roll for that die and add the number rolled to a weapon damage roll it just made. Alternatively, when the attack roll is made against the creature, it can use its reaction to roll the bardic inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against the attack. Very nice. Celica's gonna be doing some damage if she can hit. More shuffling outside. Even more.
I like to imagine it was an awesome guitar solo and you turn the volume up and it's
Banjo. This guy's turn. He's gonna take. He's gonna actually do something pretty unorthodox for a guard. Actually, give me a second. yeah, he's going to cast something against Moors, because he is the one dealing the most damage against him, so he's got aggro.
Yeah.
He's going to cast a spell.
Oops, I pulled. I pulled!
You pulled. He's not going to hit with that, though, so luckily for you. You see this sort of infernal, dark sort of power emanate from this guy's hand. Unfortunately for him, but fortunately for you, you hold your hand out, and with holy power and fervor, you reflect that shit like it's mirror force. Good shit. That's all he can do on that. This guy is going to, he's got to decide. He's looking at, oh yeah, he's gonna go after, he's gonna go after Bilge, and he's gonna do the same thing. Cast this spell.
Ooh.
That is a 18 to hit.
That hits because I don't have my shield up.
At disadvantage?
Oh yeah, that's right. At disadvantage. Give me 1 second.
Oh.
Oh, that was a
Wait.
good call, because now that was a natural 2. Good job, Tulius. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, he's a bit distracted as he is filled to the brim of confidence in causing harm to you, Bilge, but he's distracted by Tullius's sort of insult, and he can do no mo. This guy is also going to shuffle outside. Alright. Whoa, why is there another Morse here? That's not right.
I was gonna say there's 2 more.
Oh no.
2 Morse!
2 Morse.
Okay. Alright. Celica's turn, once again, top of the round. Here we go. She's going to attack. Ooh, that's going to hit. So she's going to add the D8 of weapon, of inspiration to do damage, thanks to you and Jean's sort of impromptu performance. Longsword's a D8, right?
Depends on the level. Depending on his level.
Wait, his level?
Yeah, the inspiration die changes with level.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
What level is he?
I can't say right now. Just to,
Oh, if it's
you know
above-
right now, he's a mentor, so you gotta say it's probably quite high. And Crusader's Mantle,
Okay.
which gives a D4 of, oh my god, this damage. D4 of Radiant, right?
See?
Yeah, here we go. Oh my god, this is gonna, if this lands, this is gonna hurt, man. Like, oh man, it is landing, but like, let's see what damage we're talking about here. Holy shit. That's like 21 points of damage right there. As she is thoroughly inspired by the both of you and filled with radiant energy. She goes in for the fencing thrust to this guy, and it just pierces straight through him, like as if he was like a rice paper. And he is, because of that, she hit some very vital points, and thanks to the radiant damage as well too. He is he is not looking good. And she's going to go once more.
Oh shit.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20, but it's that was a nat 19. Very good. That's gonna hit. 10th level. Okay. Gotcha. Like I said, tons of damage. Oh yeah, this guy thoroughly skewered once more. She goes in for the kill, grabs the guy, stabs her sword straight through him, and just yanks it out, and he falls to the floor completely dead. Bilge, it is your turn. Guy just fell dead to your feet. What do you do?
Oh, left hand, I'll pop this shield out.
Okay.
Oh,
Bonus action.
wait.
Shield is popped out.
That doesn't work from where I'm standing.
Oh.
I was gonna block the door with my shield and hit him, but that's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So,
maybe.
I will just attack him. Reckless attack.
Reckless. Go for it.
I can't see that one. Oh, that's a natural 20 and 23.
Both hit. God dang, guys.
Oh, that's max.
Oh,
That's minimum. Plus 23.
Ooh, okay. Bilge, go ahead and just tell me how you're gonna be doing this. I'm curious how you're gonna wreck this guy's day.
Oh, I pop the shield out, and I go, look right here, and I show him the shield, and I uppercut him with it, and then knock his head off.
Oh shit, yeah, you do that, and interestingly enough, instead of like your normal blood and gore, it's a lot like sort of weird dark powder as the guy falls to the floor completely decapitated.
Did he bleed on normal blood?
It's not really blood, it's more like dust.
I have normal blood.
I guess so. Alright, Bilge, you still got some movement if you want it?
No, I will stay there by the door,
Okay.
holding it closed with my shield.
Okay, very good. Alright, Morris, what shall you do?
Okay. This door's closed, right?
Yes, it's currently closed.
Okay.
And Bilge is standing right in front of it, body blocking it. Something tough.
There are more guys outside. What do we do?
I don't know. What would you like to do?
Captain, who's hiding?
Delegating.
hiding.
Right.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh. Okay. Bilge, you know what to do.
Oh, right.
What?
Well, let's give him help. Because we're going there.
Oh, wait, are we still in combat or out of combat?
No, you're still in combat.
Oh.
What shall you do, I wonder?
It's a tricky pickle. You basically have
We're dead.
Yeah,
And Bilge is right in front of the door, right?
Yes.
He isn't raging or anything, right?
Bilge? Bilge.
I'm for the rest of this round.
Okay.
Yeah. You did not take damage.
Like until
You
my
did-
turn comes up.
Yeah. Then you will
Okay.
not be raging anymore.
I'm going to... Wait. Bilge, can I get in there? Can I open the door? Or do you want to open the door?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to shield of faith you out for you. And
Shit, what do I do with that thing? Fuck. Okay. Do that. I have something.
Okay.
I need to message you real quick.
Okay. Go ahead and message me. I'm right here.
Wait. What if we all like hide, and then I like back away, and they open the door, and they don't see anyone, and then me and Mons jump them.
Let me see something.
I mean, I have an idea that'll make your job a little bit easier.
Oh! Yes. I do have the statistics on that. Yes, sir. I certainly do. And there you have it.
That's perfect. Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do is,
Okay.
Bilge, if you're gonna do something, do it now. I'm doing this. This is gonna be cool as fuck.
Oh, I can't do nothing, so I'll just let him free to do.
All right.
I'm gonna open the door, and then I'm gonna pull out this little thing, and I'm gonna check it.
Oh no!
Oh no.
What's that?
And I'm going to chuck it right. Well, wait, right
okay,
here.
you're gonna need. Yeah, that's perfect. You're gonna need to be in the line of sight in order to do that, though.
Yeah, I need Bill to move so I can move there, or do I just?
He'll just let you through. Okay, Moors, this is what's going to happen. These guys are holding their action for anybody who came through that door, and they are opening fire. So you're about to take 4 the hailstorm of
That's
bullets.
fine. That's fine.
Let's do it.
This is worth. This is worth.
First hit is a 7. That's not gonna hit. Another 7, not gonna hit. Oh my god. You're a hero right now. 9? Nope.
What are
10?
these 18
No.
bad guys?
Oh my god, no!
18 bad guys?
They're stormtroopers! They can't hit for shit!
I can't believe they're letting me do this.
Alright.
Shiny.
Basically, yeah, they open fire on you with submachine gun fire, and they cannot hit anything. Bilge, actually, all you guys in here, you see bullets being sprayed through the walls, but nothing hits you, thankfully. It's a little jarring, though.
Now that's divine intervention.
Bahamut's looking after you.
I'm gonna shout, holy Bahamut hand grenade. I'm gonna toss it
Down to 3.
Like hand grenade.
right here.
Perfect. It's gonna hit everybody, so they gotta make a dexterity saving throw.
So did he just basically throw a regular ass hand grenade?
No.
No. What?
Okay.
Oh wait.
That guy doesn't
Wait,
make it.
did he use smite on his grenade?
Yeah.
Is that possible? I don't think that's possible.
Okay. So this guy here, he did not save. This guy saved. This guy rolled a nat 20, and this guy rolled a nat 1.
Oh man, there's the universe.
So here's what happens. They're all getting splashed with this. Not Bilge. Morris, go ahead and roll 3d8 for me.
8.
Nice.
Wait, no, it's 3, right? It's
Yeah, 3d8s. Yep.
Okay, that's 8, 3, 7.
Does Crusader
18.
Metal still count?
18.
Yeah.
I think it's for a melee weapon.
Okay, yeah, it has.
No.
Oh, really?
Regular smite can be ranged. Branding smite has to be melee, but his smite can be ranged.
Well, I'll fucking smite it. Here's another D8 on that.
I'll allow it just because this
7.
is fucking crazy.
7.
So 25.
Shit.
So this is what happens, guys. So here's what you're seeing in your end. You see Moore's dig into his armor a little bit in a pouch, and he pulls out this little vial of this blue glowing liquid, and he chucks that bad boy out, and he says a little prayer to Bahamut as he throws it. He gives it the old Brett Favre arm, and it goes in, and it explodes. And what you see is spikes of blue jut out and just cover everything in this room. And these guys are going to be taking... Let's see, he did not save, so he's taking the full brunt of that damage.
Wait, I was wrong. It is melee. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it was just 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Still good. Still really good. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, so he takes the full damage. It's okay. He takes half. So
This is so great.
it is really great.
Bahamut, holy hand grenade.
Yes.
He saves entirely. He takes double damage.
Ooh, double?
Yeah, because he rolled it at 1. Oh my god! It was just enough to kill him.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I killed him.
He disintegrated one.
It was just enough to kill him. This is what happens. So the vial flings through the air, and it shatters, and spikes of blue shrapnel made out of, well, as you know it, more is made out of Zach's blood, pierces these guys straight through, except this guy over here, he ducks and miraculously takes no damage, but these guys take it, and this dude gets impaled straight through the skull, and he falls to the floor dead. These guys are not looking very good, except for this guy over here. He is taking no damage, so...
Oh, shit.
That was your action. What do you want to do?
I almost forgot about this action.
What was that?
That was your action. Like, what else do you want to do? You still got a bonus action and some movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Bahamut's looking after you, man. Jesus.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack his life points directly.
Okay. One attack.
19.
19. That definitely hits. God.
3.
That is the good shit.
8. Smited. 16.
16 damage?
Yeah.
Yikes. Hachi mama. That's, yeah, you bring the great sword down on top of him, and with Bahamut guiding your strikes, you slice him down straight across, and it cuts into him pretty deep. He's on death's doorstep. Alright, I think that'll be the end of your turn there. I think that's all you can do.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, okay, Alexandria, you just saw this, what I can describe as a fluffest happen. What would you like to do?
Wow.
I know, right?
Hey, Tulius, out of pure curiosity, what was your plan?
Well, I was gonna make him a little easy to hit.
He was gonna what?
I was gonna light them up.
Oh. Well, something just happened over there, so...
Yeah, it almost sounded like a large pane of glass shattering on the other end of that door. As Moors ran right through.
Actually, can I just walk over here and just take the time to look through these guards? See what they have?
Sure. Roll me, two d20s, please. It'll count as your action as you're looting.
Wow, my rolls today.
I know that feel. What'd you get?
So, one is a nat 1 and the other is an 8.
Okay, you find 9 gold on them.
Oh, sweet.
Money!
Money?
Alright, anything?
Money.
You got a bonus action and some movement still left. You want anything, or are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay there.
Got a time to loot these nerds. Okay, Tulius, it is your turn. What do you do?
Alright, so I'm gonna
Oh
move,
shit, that's fucking accurate.
Right?
I'm gonna move 30 feet forward right here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna slide back over the table.
Okay, yeah, you table hop it.
And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on this spot right here.
Okay. So that's going to hit, what's the radius on that?
It's a 20-foot cube.
Ooh, that's hitting everybody.
That's pretty.
Well, it's, yeah, 20-foot cube. So 10 foot.
Mars, quick,
Great.
use the guy as a shield.
So it'd be this far, and yeah, this far.
Yeah.
So it'd get all 3 of these guys, and Morse is okay.
Okay, cool.
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. They shall promptly make that.
And for flavor, I'm just gonna go, it's getting hot in here, so take off all their heads.
Celica
DC of 15.
Celica would get into that, but it's not her turn. Okay, one guy rolled a 6. It would be him. He's not making it. This dude with the nat 20s.
He didn't, wait, he made it too?
No, this guy, I don't think he made it. He rolled an 8.
Oh yeah, no.
This guy rolled his nat. The other guy rolled a nat 20. And
Dang, man.
Yeah, I know. And this guy rolls 12.
Nope.
Okay, so it's just him. He's the Christ. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to see something. I need to ask, because it's gonna be Jean's turn, and I'm gonna try something really fucky, but it's gonna be great. I need to ask something though. How well versed are you guys with animate objects?
What?
Animate objects.
Yes.
What?
Not very.
I don't know how it works.
I mean,
What do you mean how well versed?
So,
Wait.
say if someone used animate objects on something, would they go on on the bard's next turn, or would they go like immediately after?
Oh, the actual spell itself. Let's see.
As a bonus action, you mentally command the creature, so it'll go on his turn and it'll cost his bonus action.
Perfect. So this is what happens. Unless Tulius, you still have more to do.
Let me see. I think I'll just I'll send out another inspiration, and I'll give it to Bilge this time, and just say, "Boulder."
You see his pupils dilate.
Like a guy on crack.
There he goes.
Alright. Is that your turn, Tulius, then?
Yep, that's it.
Alright, Gene's turn. He had something cooking up in his head. Perfect. So he runs out here. And he begins to cast Animate Object. And he's going to cast it on the fucking printer.
I will copy you to death.
And he says, go on, copy, or I choose you.
What the fuck, Gene, are you doing?
Just watch.
All right.
Bards are
So, yeah. So you see the sort of the thing kind of levitate and sort of like turn towards the face of this guy over here, and it's going to ram him.
Oh my god!
What the fuck is that?
Wait, how big of a printer is it?
It's a pretty big one. It's considered medium.
industrial size printer, I guess. Or like,
Industrial.
well, smaller office size printer. Is what I guess.
It's like one of those big. It's like one of those big office scanners. You know, like the ones where it's like, I'm gonna put my butt on it and print pages of that. It's like that. Okay, here we go. Hit. Here we go. Come on, do it. Yes. That is 18 to hit. Go, printer, go.
It's one of them Xerox printers.
See, I got to have my chance to play a bard. This is fucking great. It's gonna do 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it rams this poor dude as he's unexpecting, as he's not expecting an industrial-sized printer to come wreck his shit. As you guys hear a loud metallic thud as it hits this guy. And
Which one?
This dude.
What the fuck did I just see?
Gene says, a printer working its magic. It's magic that was never supposed to be used.
Oh.
This guy. Okay, he's going to look at you more.
I hope they didn't misuse that printer.
Oh no, this man rolled a nat 1. He ain't doing shit to you, Morris. This guy's
What
turn.
happened?
This guy here was trying to cast something on you, but he rolled a nat 1, so fuck him.
Idiot.
Idiot, yeah. Anyway, so this guy stops for a second. He's like jarred because a printer just attacked him. But then he looks over towards Gene, and he realizes that he's the one controlling it, so he's going to throw some bullets his way. God, these guys suck!
Stormtrooper.
Yeah, and Stormtrooper, they all miss. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. This dude sees you, Moors, and he's going to back up his buddy by moving up here. And he's going to attack you with the submachine gun fire. Oh my god, what is this? Well, that's a 16 to hit. I don't think that's enough. Moors, what's your AC?
It's 18. That doesn't do anything.
Yep, no, you're good. You're able to shield yourself with Arendite, and the bullets bounce off of it as they ping. And Celica just like face palms, just like, my god, Jean, really?
Yes.
And she goes ahead and starts moving forward past you, Bill. She needs to escape through. Give me a second, I need to check something. Let me see. I need to check something. Blade Singer spells are indeed wizard, so I had that right, correct?
They're what now?
Blade Singer spells are indeed wizard spells, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm making sure I had that correct. Because I'd be really mad if I did not have that right. So she's going to cast Scorching Ray on a couple of them. She's going to cast it on this guy twice, and once for this dude. Alright, here we go. First one lands, the second one doesn't, and the third one also doesn't. Well, at least there's one. Give me a second. I'm doing so much shit, so it's crazy.
The ones that have fairy fire, I think, have advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad. Oh, that didn't matter.
Oh.
Well, let me see about the other guy. Make sure. Tulius, thank you for reminding me, because that one Scorching Ray that was supposed to hit turned into a nat 20. I also learned I can't spell Scorching Ray either. Let's see. Hold on. 2d6. Right. First one deals 6 points of fire damage as he gets pelted with a ray of fire. And she throws in another one, and this is going to do double damage. Or rather, double dice. Oh god. I want to see how much damage this does. Oh my god. 19 in one ray. This guy's utterly fucked. As a ray of fire screams past you, Moors, and lands this guy straight in his chest, and he falls backwards straight on his back as he is sizzling now. And unfortunately, the other one does not hit. So she's like, damn it, well, at least I got one. Bilge, it is your turn. What do you do?
Oh, shit, I can't see. Alright, so I will run 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
40 feet?
40 feet, right in between those two fuckers.
Okay. Yeah, you bolt past the dead guy and the printer. Now you're in the middle. What shall you do?
I will attack the guy to the bottom left.
Alright, this dude. Go ahead, roll a hit.
Twice with both reckless.
Both reckless, okay. Roll them dice.
One of those is cocked, but
You're more than welcome to try again.
oh, just read early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
27 and 26.
27, 26?
Yeah, I rolled 18 and 19.
18. Yeah, both of those hit. Hot damn.
Fuck it, I'll roll it twice again. Oh, maximum again, don't minimum. Oh my god, and it's one above minimum this time. What the fuck?
Oh no.
24?
24?
Yes.
Oh, Bilge, that's the magic number. He's fucking dead.
Wait, in one hit?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you come up with the bilge hammer, and I'll just say for flavor, because I kind of wanted to see this happen. You get him straight in the sternum, and you put all the force in it to lift him, and he flies over and slams into the glass, breaking it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Gene just looks over, he like tilts his glasses down, he's like, oh shit.
And then... Wait, the other one is the only other dude in the room, right?
Yes.
Alright. I'll turn to him, and I'll clench the end of the bilge hammer.
Okay.
And I'll say, you want it too?
Oh god. If this man could sweat, he would.
What, can I attempt to intimidate him into submission?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, because I'm a proficient in it, as an orc.
Give him the stink eye.
Oh, never mind.
Motherfucker.
What'd you roll?
11.
Yeah, you're kind of making yourself look a little more beefy. You stand up straight and you give him the mean mug. Unfortunately, he is undeterred from your request, shall we say? Yeah. All right, that'll be the end of your turn.
You know, I tried to save you, big guy.
Well, unfortunately, it's not in his MO. Morris. Speaking of MO, Morris, what are you doing?
Hey.
Hey, what you doing?
This guy here needs to die. I don't like him.
Okay, fair. Go ahead. Roll to hit.
Oh my god, this poor fucker.
What did you roll?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a nat, dude.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Do it. Get that damage. Get that double dice.
Go. Oh, that's 2 6s.
Ooh, shit.
That's 12 plus 2. That's 14. And then he's getting the good old smiting dice.
Okay. Smite and dice, go for it.
4. So
Like 18, I think, right?
28.
Oh.
Wait, yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, 28, 32.
Oh.
Them crits, man. Them crits hurt. How do you want to do this?
Oof. Oof.
I want to stab him with a rondite. You know, stab and then swing back so he gets smashed on the floor.
Oh. Okay, so it's kind of like how Siegfried does with his back heavy, where he stabs it straight through the guy and just slams him down to the floor. And that's what happens as he's hit with a black powdery mess on your feet. Dead entirely. All right, guys. Good job. That's the end of initiative. And Gene...
Everyone died.
Everyone who isn't important died. Gene snaps his fingers, and you guys see the printer stop levitating. He just does that, and it falls to the floor, kind of a little bit busted. He's like, yeah, I always wanted to do that. Alright, dudes. So, that was crazy. And Celica says, yeah, you're telling me? What the hell just happened?
Why was there a floating printer?
Gene says, that you can put that on me. I did that.
That was pretty cool.
Ah, right? Right? Yeah, she gets it. See, Celica? Not everything I do is stupid.
So, how about we get out of here before these fuckers show up?
It does seem as though business negotiations have failed, so I agree.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Wait, do we want to hunt down big guy, or are we just getting the fuck out of here?
Well, if we happen to stumble upon him at some point, I think we can give him a piece of our mind.
Well, we saw him walk out this door, and I'll point to that door, and I can have Buggy sniff him out.
Gene says, if you want my professional opinion on it, man, I don't think it's a great idea. We've already caused a lot of trouble, and not to mention this place probably wasn't super secured for a reason. I think they're trying to send us a message.
Okay.
What was the message? I didn't get it.
The message being, let's not screw with them. They know that we're onto them. Celica actually stops for a second. She says, I actually found something a little interesting. I'll admit I was a little sneaky on something, but I'll show you when we get out. And Jean's just like, oh, please tell me you didn't steal. And she just looks at him and says, don't worry about it.
Speaking of stealing...
You gonna loot him?
Yes.
Alright, roll 3 more d20s.
I'd like to see if there's anything interesting on this computer here as well.
Tulius, when you take a look here, it seems to be like the secretary's desk, but it seems like they were out for the time being, which is probably a good thing considering the carnage that had just unfolded here. You don't really see anything of importance here, just a lot of documents and sort of the things about meetings. In fact, when you take a look at some of the meetings that have been written down on notes, you do see that there is a lot of, what was it, people you've heard of, just a bunch of different musicians' names that they're supposed to have some meetings today. 5, 3, and 12. Let's see. Okay, you find 20 gold on top of these guys.
Sweet.
It's like $200 right there.
I'll keep those names in mind.
Okay.
Hopefully we can see about helping them out.
Jean says it might already be a bit late, but hey, if we can do it, we can do it. Let's do it. But for now, we need to get the hell out of here.
I agree.
Salka follows right behind. Alright. Is there anything else you guys like to do here? You guys getting the fuck out.
Julius checked this desk, right?
Yeah, there wasn't anything that important, just a lot of names.
Pretty much everything was destroyed over here.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Basically, yeah.
There's nothing else to check.
Now that I think about it,
Well, what is this?
if this was the same guy that was with Maria, I'm actually kind of concerned about what actually did happen to her.
Jean presses the elevator door button. He looks back to you and says, yeah, now that you mention it, that's a good point. She might be underneath this whatever curse, affliction, whatever you want to call it. Something real evil.
Did somebody say curse?
I did, but I don't know. Could be a curse. I don't know. I'm not sure what that nonsense was. I don't know anything about dark infernal magic. I mean, the only thing I really know how to do is just sort of support and animate printers.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Situational, but cool.
Yeah.
Still cool.
It's known as the art of surprise. They'll never see it coming. Alright.
Well, worked in our favor today. Let's get out of here.
The elevator door opens and dings, allowing you guys in, and it's completely empty, thankfully. As you guys sort of jump in. You yump in. At that point, yeah, Crusader's Mantle is indeed gone. Let me take that off your character icon. Okay.
I'm free.
I'm free. So you guys get into the elevator and it starts to descend downwards. And you're just sort of all sitting here together as you see the numbers count down from 14, 13, 12. Kind of just sort of stuck here together for the meantime.
Good lord, when was the last time you had a shower, friend?
What's today?
It's Tuesday.
This many, and I heard it full.
4 days?
It's probably been 4 years.
That's gross.
Alright.
Yeah.
Why'd you ask that? You know. Ew.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly, man.
Well, the shower, I don't know, the little knob, it always gets cold, and then and I broke my little knob.
Oh,
Picture is Alexandria's face.
it's okay, Bill. Sometimes everyone breaks their knobs every now and then.
Wow.
What are you teaching him?
I'm
Shouldn't be breaking your knobs.
I'm just gonna start casting, just nonchalantly, just casting prestidigitation and just cleaning him a little bit.
Celica does the same thing, but looks at you was like, really, dude? Did you have to make that? You know what? No. Forget about it.
What?
And so she helps you clean Bilge, too, because it is invading her senses something fierce. And luckily, just in time as the doors open on the ground floor, you guys start to leave kind of nonchalantly. Just like, well, it's a day, guys. And you leave.
Alright, once we're out, are we walking back to base, or are we in a car?
You guys can be in a car as the Bahamut brothers, but I don't know.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Bahamut-mobile.
Oh, yeah. While we're in the Bahamut mobile, can I open the pillowcase and peek at the little crystal, take it out, and investigate it?
Yeah, when you do that, you get outside, kind of just making sure no one really sees you. You open up the pillowcase, and the stone inside.
Who's in the car?
Are you guys in the car, or are you out in the open? Well, kind of.
Oh, no, I'm in the car. I don't know if anyone else can.
Before you do that, though, Tulius, even more so, the stone is sort of calling out to you as you guys are leaving the building. You can almost swear you can hear something from the pillowcase.
Hey, Bilge.
Ooh.
Do you mind if I take a look at that stone?
Oh, yeah, be careful. I don't know if he has teeth or, like, claws or maybe a beak. And I'll hand him the pillowcase.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll gingerly reach in and kind of just inspect the stone.
Yeah, you hold the stone within the palm of your hands, and you take a look, and it's swirling inside, almost like, not like lava lamp-esque, but sort of just like as if there's something inside of it. And as you're kind of inspecting it, you kind of get the 1,000-yard stare as you're kind of looking into it, but you almost can swear it's making music.
Nani?
You swear you can hear something. In fact, it sounds like as if something you've heard in your childhood before. Might have heard it from your mother somewhere, maybe. That's what it sounds like to you. It's like a soft hum. But
Bilge, do you mind if I hold on to this?
Oh god, my thumbs don't move that fast. Yeah, are you sure you don't want to take it back to Camp Mervyn's?
No, I think, I'll just take a look at it, maybe see if there's, anything going on with it.
Alright, yeah, and I'll lean over the moors and say, we gotta keep an eye on him.
Don't worry, Bilge. If there's anything, if I feel like I'm having an issue with it, I'll be sure to let you know.
You gotta keep an eye on him.
And then I just go back to staring at it.
yeah, at which point Jean says, well, this has been one hell of a day. I'm beat. I'm gonna head up on out of here. And Celica stops him and says, wait a minute, hold on. You still owe me some time, mister. And Jean says, yeah, that's true. I did say yeah.
He almost freaking died.
He says, alright, I'll tell you what, we'll meet up tomorrow, we'll catch up. And she says, perfect. And I promise not to chastise you too much. Gene starts grumbling. So, alright. He says, well, anyways, it was good hanging with you dudes again, so good as ever, but I think Silica and I are going to look into this a little more. Something doesn't seem right about any of this.
No, it doesn't. If you hear anything, yeah, let me know about it, and definitely, hey, if you guys are planning to revive the Star Chasers again, I can always help to fill in.
Silica says, yeah, I'm down for that, man. Seriously. Oh,
and we'll do it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. That reminds me. And she takes a small piece of paper out from her pocket and hands it to you. It's all like folded up in fours. And she says, I found this sort of looking around through things. Couldn't help myself. Seemed really interesting, so I thought maybe this might help with our little investigation.
I'll take a look at it.
Good. I'll go ahead and relay the information here to Guitar Boy over here. But you keep a hold of that. You're a part of this now, so.
Sure thing.
All right.
And I'll see if I can put in a good word to the higher ups about you being a seeker, maybe.
She gives off this like sort of sincere but like sheepish smile. Says, I don't know. I'm starting to see what Gene was saying though. But I don't know.
You were so excited earlier.
Well, you got me there. I mean, I scorched that guy pretty good. Not gonna lie.
It was impressive.
I'll consider it. And Gene's like, alright, yeah, you did prove yourself, that's true. But I'm still
I'm gonna be the inner grandpa and say, hey, you probably should skedaddle before backup arrives.
Inner grandpa.
Everyone gets the inner grandpa.
And,
I don't.
And Gene says, yeah, sure. Just remember, it's really dangerous work. Sokka's, alright. Whatever. And she looks to you, Tulius, and says, I'll catch you later. I'll let you know if anything goes down.
Here, let me give you my number real quick.
Yeah, so you exchange numbers. And then your contacts, so now you can contact her at any time that you wish. And,
alright.
With that, you guys start to head back home. Tulius, the curiosity within you as you reach home base, as you're sort of standing in the sort of the... Let me bring it back to the normal part of this here. As you reach the foyer, kind of... is Alexandria with you, I imagine, right?
Yes, I would think so.
Yeah. So you kind of just have this stone in your hands. It almost looks like an emerald, but it's still just sort of giving off a life of its own. It's both very foreign yet nostalgic and familiar. It's very odd. And you take a look at the sheet of paper that Celica handed to you, and you open it up, and what looks like to be sort of scribbles. It looks like a note written possibly by Seth. And it says, we have to find those notes.
Notes.
And make mental note of it. Bring it to the boss. And that's what it says.
Oh. Alright. Well, whatever our good buddy Seth is up, we're definitely gonna have a bit of a problem, and we'll probably run into him later on.
Sounds like it. Mm.
Maybe I'll get some straight answers from the guy about what he did to Maria too.
Alright. Now, as you hold this stone in your hand, the feeling just keeps resonating. You really do feel like it means something, but you're not quite sure just yet. Only time will tell. And I'll be the end of your arc, Tulius.
Alright.
So that leaves one final thing before we move into arc 5. Good lord.
Oh, wait, are we about to start Alexandria's arc?
Or rather the, Alexander's, yes. We're starting his thing next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the
boy.
treasure hunt begins.
Oh dear lord.
It'll begin next week. So, looking forward to it. We're gonna see how that works out. Hopefully, hopefully we'll get some good stuff happening there. I'm really excited for it. I'm also really excited to continue the main story too, because boy, oh boy, do I have a lot ready for you guys.
It's all coming together.
It
It's
is.
gonna be crazy.
It is gonna be crazy. Man, this whole day has just been filled with birds. Apparently, it's in the Discord chat. It's been in the session. What's that?
He's an angel. Would you expect anything more? Oh,
Fair enough.
Birds everywhere.
You know it. So look forward to it, guys. We're gonna be continuing our craziness next week. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun, and hopefully it was intriguing. Get to figure out more about what's going on with the record company and the Seth guy, and maybe possibly Hugo at that point too. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of which, Grandpa was trying to attempt history search on his own family gene. Do you think I can do some roll?
Sure. Why not roll roll a history, see if you can find anything.
Okay, that's probably a straight roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in, I believe intelligence, so yeah, and it's just straight d20.
Oh no, that's a 3. And with his stat of intelligence, I don't think I have any intelligence.
Yeah, no bonuses. Yeah, average intelligence.
Nope. That is a 4. I don't think he's gonna find jack shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jack, you tried to look into it a bit more as after the last events. It has piqued your curiosity quite a bit, but unfortunately you are not able to find anything about your family bloodline, essentially.
Shit, Google has failed me.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna have to keep looking into. Alright, so, unless you guys need anything else to be done before the end of the session tonight, this is a good place to call it. And get ready for next week as the craziness happens.
I had an idea. If I could try it real quick, can I go up to Alexandria and be like, "Hey,
What? Huh?
so you said you didn't know nothing about like where you getting your powers from?
Uh-huh.
You don't have like no symbol?" And I'll pull out like a little necklace and be like, "Cause I gotta use this to cast my stuff. Like when I do stuff, it goes through this. You don't have nothing that your stuff goes through."
Not that I know of?
Oh.
What?
Alright. Well, there goes that idea.
Nice try, Belgium.
Oh boy. Well, you tried. Oh boy. Anything else for you guys? Are we good?
Yeah.
I think we'll be good till next time.
Cool. So Alexander wants to know, as he's been freaking out here in Discord, within good reason, because I'm excited too. He's wondering who out of all of you figured out the code.
I have.
Okay.
I know it, but I didn't figure it out.
Interesting. Anybody else who tried to figure it out? Alexandria says first day. Literally
Same
first day.
Yeah, no, I let the bookworm handle that one.
Thanks.
She's officially the bookworm. I'm glad that's not my title.
I mean, hey, I know where my strengths are and my weaknesses, and that I do not have the wherewithal for that.
At least it's not my title.
I used to start reading.
Yeah, I can.
She's not wrong.
I have a few good reads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
God.
do enjoy a good romance novel every now and then.
Right. You still have that 50 Shades Darker.
Oh,
That's a guilty pleasure.
Oh, no.
At least that's something we have in common. What?
what?
Wow.
What?
I didn't catch that.
Wow. I don't know what to say, guys. Christ.
Messages.
Shian, you said you wanted to get Discord started on?
Yeah, at least. Since
Okay.
we're getting so close to the 5th arc.
Okay, I'll say for this one session, since it was one day, go ahead and roll a Tinker's check for me, please. That is,
That down.
dexterity plus,
Proficiency.
plus your proficiency, since you're proficient with that kind of thing.
Yeah, I at least want to get it started because it's been bugging me. a lot.
Yeah. You saw what Magnus can do with a big fuck-off rifle. I think it's about time you got your own.
That's an 18.
18? Very nice. I'll say that you go to the research lab and you begin your work as Tulius and the rest do their thing. And you get really engrossed in your work as well too. You start to build out the frame a bit, and figure out what kind of style receiver that you want, and figure out the firing mechanisms as well. Go ahead and add around 10% for Discord.
Cool.
You did very well. This is going to be a big project, but the payoff is big.
Yeah.
So
And I haven't figured out how to do the communication thing yet, so I will look at that later.
yeah, for sure. All right.
Might have to
So,
certain
I think if that's it, we have the treasure hunt next week. Yeah, I want to start too. I really do, honestly. But it's getting late, unfortunately, and I don't think Alexander's 100% ready. I'm pretty certain he's like at around 90. We still.
But Mom, what if I just put my toes in the pool?
Well then, that's a problem, son.
My goodness. Where did that come from?
I don't even know. Christ almighty.
Be excited, folks.
That's gonna be really good. I guarantee it. And that's not me just putting pressure on Alexander to do it right either. I'm saying that legitimately.
No, it is pressure.
I mean, inadvertently.
No, fuck with you.
But no, it's gonna be great. All characters are gonna be involved too, including Kain, so it'll be great. So, Alexander, I will be up for the rest of the night if you need to discuss anything with me. Of course, also beforehand as well too, so we can make sure we get everything ready for next week. Cause oh man, it's gonna be a big one. Same thing goes with Arc 5. I've been really excited to reveal the title for you guys, but we're not gonna get there just yet. Soon. Very soon. Alright guys, well, that'll be the end of our session here. That was really concise. I actually really liked that. It was really good pacing. I'm going to have to start making some updates as well to the thumbnails. Because I still need to draw out Jack, and it hasn't been done yet. So.
All right.
So, but anyhow, thanks for joining in, guys, and I hope you had a fun time.
Woo woo.
That goes for all of you in here, not just the audience. So, all right, guys, have a good night. We'll catch you next week, same time, same place. Treasure hunt next week. Be ready. It's gonna be a big one.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Nice.